Good morning.
Salutations.
Look at my headset.
That would be useful.
Yep.
Hello.
Hey, good morning.
What's going on?
I would ask you guys again to put your names in the your character ID thing, like Matt did, where it's character name parenthesis your name, so we can tell who. I can tell who is who for the first few sessions at least. And Matt, if you're talking, I'm not able to hear you, but I think you might just be breathing in the mic. Hunter, I'm looking through weapons. Most of the weapons are rare or above, so I think pretty much it's just a +1 weapon if you want to be your weapon. Be +1, whatever.
There's that weapon of warding.
There's the weapon of warding.
And I don't think Ken's too happy about that one.
That's fine. That's what you want.
Is adamantine armor a dick move?
I wasn't bringing that one up because I don't like that, but if that's what you want, you can have it. I said any uncommon item. I gave that to one of my other players, and I was like, "Oh, this makes it really hard to kill you. That's no good." But if that's what you like, that's fine.
It just seems like full plate mail, 18 armor at first level is kind of a dick move.
That is true. Plate mail is kind of hard to get at first level, so I would say yes. That would actually be not allowed because it is plate mail. If you do it as like scale mail or something, you can start. If you make whatever you can make whatever kind of starting armor you have, adamantine if you like.
You should let him have the 18, so it combats my 14 that I'm going to have probably for the entire campaign.
No, I'm not going to do that.
I know. I'm just.
It was a good try, but no. But Hunter, if you would like to start off with scale mail at adamantine, that's fine.
No, it's cool. I'm looking through the various bracers and cloaks and things.
14 sounds like you're gonna die.
Do you have no decks?
I have 2 decks.
What are you trying to say?
Oh, you're out of par with light armor.
Are you not medium armor proficient?
I'm not.
Unfortunate.
I feel like the cloak of protection would actually be better than the adamantine, anyways.
That means that whenever we find one, it's mine.
Pat, would you be so kind as put your character thing in your screen name on Roll20?
Wait, what?
It said Pat.
Oh, Pat, not Matt. Okay, I was like, I did that.
What would you like me to do?
See how it's like character name and then your real name on the bottom?
Mm-hmm.
Do it like ours are.
You do it in the gear screen.
Hey. My favorite part is Ken.
I had changed my character name to his full name and then my name /Yeldar, but I guess I thought that's what changed it, but it didn't.
I would have laughed my ass off. It was your new name and then in parentheses just Yeldar.
As a casual note, there's currently a lightning storm happening outside.
Fun.
We've had storms here all weekend. It's been crazy.
There's a bad one last night.
If it disappear, I will text you and let you know that the power went out.
Okay. I spent all day drinking beer in the warm Hollywood sun in Hollywood.
Ooh,
Nice.
sun and beer, a dangerous combination.
There was enough shade that was nice. My friend rents the last remaining farmhouse in Hollywood. I swear to God, it's the only house I've ever seen in LA with a real backyard. I don't know how it's still there.
Yeah, I've never been there, but I don't imagine when I imagine homes there, I don't imagine it having much giant backyards. Does that make any sense?
Yeah. It's very, very abnormal. The house is a piece of shit too. It's ancient. It was nice once upon a time, but it's not nice anymore. Eventually it will get torn down for condos. Give me 2 seconds, get my cat in my room, so shut the fuck up, and then we'll start.
I can't wait to play this eloquently spoken bard when I can't form complete fucking sentences.
Well, you know what they say.
I'm curious what banjo thing you found.
I didn't find much. I have some loot stuff. I'll find them as we go too. I think I have a bunch saved on my computer, and it crapped out a while ago. I've been using my wife's, so I didn't have any bookmarks.
Open the door so the fucker can come in, and they just like ignores me. Anywho, let's see. Does anybody not have a token? Arafael, do you have a token you plan on using?
Of course not.
All right. Well, whenever you do, let me know.
Can we get a screenshot from that banjo thunderstruck and use that?
I should have one in like a minute.
All right. So if I remember correctly, you guys are all accompanying the bard into Nightstone, correct? For various reasons.
Yeah, it's fine.
We can do that.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys are heading to a gig in Nightstone. Nightstone is the private playpen of a lady Vilrosa Nandar, a noble out of Waterdeep. So you are heading up there. The inn is well renowned for being, for good food and being cozy. They have hired you to go up there and perform for them. There's a small frontier village with a noble that Mod and Bailey keep. You have been traveling along the high road for a couple of days. As evening approaches, you spot a wooden signpost next to the trail that heads north into the hills. Nailed to the post are 3 arrow-shaped signs. The 2 marked Waterdeep and Daggerford follow the high road, but point in opposite directions. The 3rd, marked Nightstone, beckons you to follow the trail. If memory serves, Nightstone is roughly 10 miles up the trail.
I just added one temporarily until I find something better, but that's pretty much what it's going to stay because I'm lazy.
Very good.
Except I'm not half elf, so whatever. I don't have long pointy ears, but whatever.
All right. So, let's see here. After following the trail for 10 miles, you hear the ringing of a bell. The sound grows louder as Nightstone comes into view. A river flows around the settlement, forming a moat. Give me a moment. What are you doing? What is going on? Where am I? Okay, there we go.
I don't feel bad for picking the one I did.
I know that we...
What did you pick?
I know that we each kind of... Oops, sorry. Good.
Gollum's Foker Power.
That's a good pick.
Yeah. That's a good pick, man.
I kind of built my character around it, though, and took a few drawbacks.
I know that we kind of know each other, but are we going to do a little bit of character intro, or is there a little bit of time for that?
Yeah, you guys take this to do that. Make it right now if you like.
Yeah, this is kind of what we're... Yeah, isn't that kind of important for session 1?
Absolutely. Yeah, please go ahead and feel free. I'm just setting up a map that I didn't set up properly the first time. So please go ahead and introduce yourselves.
Everybody at once.
All right, so we said that. Let me look at your names again because I have to get in the habit of saying it. So, is it Verabrar, Matt?
Yeah.
Verabrar, Caldris, Riley, Ryle. So, as you all know, I am playing a bard. Your characters wouldn't know that I'm actually Azamar. I believe they just look human, right? But they're just very beautiful humans. Sure. That's what I assumed they were.
It ranges, so it's like up to your description.
You make it be Elvish, whatever you like.
So just as backstory-wise, I guess I know Verabrar from playing the local taverns of Waterdeep and probably in some halls. We've probably shared a drink or two.
14.
Or 14. Mainly I was letting you drink, probably, and pretending to get as drunk as you. Ryle, I probably ran into you here or there, probably insulted your missing arm. And Caldris, I don't know if did we meet like previously before setting out? If I would have known,
that could have very much been in Waterdeep, in some of the taverns and stuff like that. So we could have very well have met. I'm fine with having known each other that way. We don't have that awkward introduction thing again.
And you're playing a paladin, right? So I probably know that you're a warrior or fighter of some sort. You've seen some combat.
Yeah. I don't look outwardly paladin-y. I'm not walking around in the highly shined, like, golden armor. But I just look like a half-elf in chainmail, I believe. Yeah.
Well, just the simple fact that you're wearing chainmail, I probably would have tried to latch onto you and, probably would have talked you up and tried to accompany you out on the road to see some action, as it were, as I only sing of, others' stories of the past and adventures of the past. So I'm not really famous, but I'm sort of known, of average stature. You don't really see any weapons on me, but you've, I guess, let me accompany you because I begged or I persuaded you somehow to come along. I'm well dressed, and that's about it. Next. I don't know what else to say.
I'm going to roll a test roll.
All right. My character's name is Ryle Thorson. I'm a cleric of Gond. I've spent the past couple years in the mines of Phandelver, apprenticing under one of the Rockseeker clan to learn to smith. I'm about 6 foot or so. I've got brown hair, just blue eyes, kind of look a little stocky. Not exactly overweight, but not incredibly fit either. Kind of look like what you'd imagine like a blacksmith would look like. I lost my arm as a kid and ended up joining the church. The Church of Gond. The Church of Gond is more of a... it's not exactly a church. It's more of a league of inventors. Everybody there is an artisan of some kind. I joined. I had a little bit of training in smithing as a kid, but after I lost my arm, there wasn't much I could do. Ended up learning some of the secret things that Gondites know, specifically how to make smoke powder. Gondites are known for making things like steam engines, a whole bunch of different cool things that you would not expect to be in D&D, but they've kind of made them. They actually invented gunpowder at one point, but for some reason it doesn't work. I don't know. That was kind of a weird story. But anyways, I ended up going over to the mines of Phandelver after I overheard one of the nobles in Waterdeep talking about it. Ended up meeting with Gungeon and supplied him with different things. Not only a only a character of Gone would know. And as kind of like compensation for teaching me how to smith. And as I was there, I saw a golem and kind of had an epiphany. Started working on something and ended up making a kind of a pneumatic, well, kind of some like a pneumatic prosthesis, basically a new arm. I just got it attached and working right. It works right most of the time, but it is extremely heavy. And I got a gift from Gungeon to, a set of gauntlets of Ogre Power, so I could actually work this thing, and it would work correctly. I'm kind of out on the road trying to come up with different inventions, different things, specifically something to make this arm or make prosthesis like the one I've got more affordable and work better for like the common man. Basically clerics can cast regenerate, right? Something as kind of like something is kind of like that doesn't cost as much, but the one I've got here, it works. I'm just trying to find ways of making it work better. I'd probably be going to Nightstone just because I heard that there are a lot of nobles here, and usually where there's nobles, there's people looking to buy expensive things or looking for kind of like crazy inventions. I'm going over there just to kind of see what I can learn while I'm there.
Okay. Next.
All right, I will go next. My name is Verabrar Deslantier. The Deslantier family is a minor noble family from Waterdeep. We acquired most of our wealth and enough wealth to be named a noble family through trade in our ships. So we're one of a few elven noble families, although we do have humans married in, so there are a lot of half-elf children running around. Verabrar is one off of the main line, so his dad was the second son. His dad lived the pampered noble life and was, married off to secure some trade deal or another, and fully expected that his son would follow the same path. But Verabrar grew up resenting his lazy father and developed a close relationship with his uncle, who was the head of the family, and ended up kind of being an errand boy for his uncle, and doing a lot of kind of, under the table work for the family, for his uncle. And he's kind of like doesn't know what to do with himself because his uncle just got sick. And other than that, he's not going to tell you a whole lot so far.
All right. My character is Caldrus. He's a half-elf. Like I said, he's dressed in chainmail, kind of like earthy tones and stuff. Nothing super standing out. He's originally from up north near Neverwinter, but has spent the last several months in Waterdeep. He's been hanging out in bars and taverns and inns and stuff like that where the adventuring sort can be found. He's made a few comments about maybe starting up like a minor adventuring guild, and through those dealings he may have encountered the bard or some of the other characters, and if not, once he heard of them setting out towards Nightstone, he figured this would be the first like good get out and actually adventure, see the world chance to kind of put his name on the board. And if that brings about a little bit of renown, that will help him in his goals. He has some other things happening behind the scene that I'll discuss with.
I probably oops, sorry.
Nope, I'm done.
Ara probably, once he would have heard that you were starting or attempting to start up an adventuring guild, he probably would have asked to join you and come along so he can get out there. The only thing that I forgot to mention, and I think I mentioned in the Skype chat, is that Ara had gotten run out of Waterdeep, threatened by some nobles there, but so you definitely would know about that, Matt. Or, yeah, sorry, Verabara would know about that, but I wouldn't have insulted or had any bad blood with anybody from your family.
Okay, so just I'm understanding everything. Everybody else is a half elf, or look like a elf of some kind.
I'm Azamar, so I look human.
Okay.
I'm a half elf, but I could easily change that if people are getting tired of half elves.
No, that's fine. I'm just trying to get a.
I have too many half elf jokes for you to change that.
Yeah, I'm an elf. I guess I didn't give any physical description of myself when I was going. I just gave a.
I didn't give anything, so
yeah,
I just said, yeah, that's me.
You gave a great backstory. I had to rely on my physical description because a lot of my backstory is things that I wouldn't tell people type stuff.
Yeah, and there's a lot of that too, but there's a starter for you. But yeah, as far as like my appearance, I just wear a long cloak with a hood to avoid being recognized most of the time. But if you look closely, you can see that there's a rapier and a dagger strapped to my belt, and there's a long bow and a quiver of arrows on my back.
Ara would also be kind of either wearing a hood, or if he's performing in makeup, or just his hair, in such a way that it's hiding some of his face. He wouldn't want anybody to make him for an Azamar, and he wouldn't have shared that. But you guys may at some point figure it out or know it now.
Let's see. I'm wearing a suit of plate mail, and I have a kind of a robe on top of it that or with the symbol of Gond on it, which is basically a gear. I've got what looks like a tool belt made of like chains with all my different kind of gadgets and a big ass hammer. My right arm's a normal arm. My left arm looks essentially like a setup, or like a, the arm on a set of plate mail. That's pretty much what it looks like. I've got most of it hidden most of the time, but you can kind of see that one of my arms is bigger than the other.
Kind of like the guy from Lady in the Water. He's got the jacked right or left arm.
Yeah, pretty much. One of my arms is like normal. The other one's slightly bigger. Like I'm wearing plate armor all the time on that one arm.
All right. So for those of you, I think that was Kadris and Arafel that were saying they might be interested in being like an adventuring company. When you heard about the Bard and the when you heard about Verabar and Riley heading towards Nightstone to perform, you may have asked to tag along because there's also a the steward lady Nandar. Apparently, there's a bit of a goblin threat, and she put out a call for adventurers to help with that.
Gotcha. That sounds fine. Every first level adventurer needs to go kill some goblins.
Yep.
Okay, so I feel like I would have responded to that like through my family relationships and just been like happy to see my friend on the road and like not have originally set out with him.
Okay.
But like have totally been down to join up with him once I found him.
There, that works. So, yep, so you guys are all on the road. You meet up around the signpost. You guys all made your acquaintances. You're all acquainted with each other already, having known each other around the nightlife of Waterdeep, rocking urban hub that it is. All the hip young adventurers end up there eventually. As you turn up the trail, and after following it for about 10 miles, you hear the ringing of a bell. The sound grows louder as Nightstone comes into view.
Like a rapid, crazed banging, or?
It's just this is the bell ringing, like a church bell ringing over and over. A river flows around the settlement, forming a moat. The village itself is contained within a wooden palisade, beyond which you can see the top of a windmill and a tall steeple, and some high-pitched rooftops of several other buildings. Apart from the ringing of the bell, you detect no activity from the village. The trail ends before a lowered drawbridge that spans the moat. Beyond the drawbridge, 2 stone watchtowers flank an open gap in the palisade. South of the village and surrounded by the river moat is a cone-shaped, flat-topped hill on which stands a stone keep enclosed by a wooden wall. The keep overlooks the village, appears to have partially collapsed. A wooden bridge that once connected the keep to the village has also partially collapsed. And the bell keeps ringing.
Calders will say to the others, "It looks like there was an attack."
I just thought they kind of left some of these places in disrepair.
Not what I know about Nightstone.
Which way is the? All right. Do we hear where the bell's coming from, or can we see?
You can't. I mean, the bell's coming from the city. There is the tall steeple, which you associate with churches, which is in the. This is the main city, and then this is the keep.
Okay, all I see is a black.
Our maps
square.
are black, sir.
Yep.
Interesting.
I thought you were hiding on purpose.
No, I've cleared it. I thought you guys should be on. I think. Okay, hold on. There's a couple different parts of this map. Let's try this.
It's all ping.
Is that not better? Still can't see
Still
it.
black.
That's black.
Very black. There's pings.
There's a fireworks show going off though.
You still can't see it if I do that?
No.
Reload roll 20 for me, because I've shown that area. You should be able to see yourselves. Like I've hidden the areas inside the walls, but the rest of it should be visible.
Come on, hotel internet, you can do it.
It's still black.
All right. Well, give me a moment here. I'm going to change a little bit of stuff around, and then we'll try something else. That's interesting. Come on, roll 20.
I broke it. Refreshing was a bad idea.
Yeah, it's interesting guys, you can't see shit.
So you're probably wondering why I've gathered you all here.
Hold on, that might be why. Hold on. Dynamic lighting was turned on.
I was gonna say, do you have dynamic lighting?
There we go.
Does that do it? Okay.
I was actually going to suggest that, but I don't know what the hell I'm talking about because
I didn't turn it on. It defaulted to on, so I was... All right. Very good. I have to remember to fuck with dynamic lighting then. All right. So, this is what you guys see.
Okay, so does it look apparent that this broken bridge is like recent?
Give me a perception or investigation check.
Oh, my character sheet's not up anymore. I was like, where did it go?
It's the same thing.
Oh, I'm having issues
All right.
now.
Yep. So, Verabra, you're not entirely sure. You're not a mason, but Riley, it looks pretty recent. It looks like it's been something happened to it here. Something smashed into it somewhat recently.
Yeah, to take it back, this is something relatively new. We should probably check it out.
As soon as I find out that it is a new looking thing, I'm going to start to run towards the entrance of the
Okay.
town village.
Ara's going to follow behind everybody, and he's been strumming his lute the entire time, and in his excitement hasn't missed a beat, but is still like he's strumming more forcefully because he's nervous.
All right. Alrighty. So as you guys go ahead and put yourselves at the entrance of the bridge there.
Okay.
Whatever order you want to be at.
As we're going, I'm going to pull out my shield and put it on my left arm.
All right.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and draw weaponry as well. I'm setting up my token right now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to switch instruments. I have a bandor in my hand now, kind of like a banjo instead of my lute.
All right.
The circles are different colors.
All right. So what you see. I just go ahead and I'm just going to turn off. I'd make this hall visible. It's not worth it. All right. Make it much of a hassle. As you walk in, the guard towers appear to be unoccupied. The guard towers appear to be unoccupied. There's an open square. You don't hear anything from the city as you stand at the other end there, except for the ringing of the bell as you stand across the river.
Which building was the church?
The church is building 5, which is this one.
This one?
Yep.
Okay. And it looks like the bell is like being forcibly. It's not like slowing down. Like it is actively ringing.
Nope, it's still ringing. Still actively ringing.
How tall are these guard towers?
The guard towers are 20 feet tall, and there are 7 of them. There are 2 here at the entrance. There's one here, one there, and then one on the other side over here somewhere.
All right, I'm gonna, unsheath and ready my weapons and head up this guard tower.
I'm just gonna walk straight through. These things here, are they giant? Are they just rocks in the middle of the road?
Yes. If you'd like to give me a perception check, you can. All right. Ryle, those rocks all appear to be newly just slammed, and it almost looks like someone dug them out and put them there, or built them up. Also, as you get a little bit closer there, everyone except Caladra starts hearing gnarly growling sounds coming from the square. And in the square, if you look, you will see 2 wargs, or 2 large dog-looking things. You probably don't know they're wargs, gnawing on a pig.
Okay, as soon as I see them, I'm going to stay back and attempt to figure out what they are.
Okay.
And what I need to roll.
Nature check.
I guess I'd be trying to find out if these are wolves or if they're some sort of dog.
Okay. They look like they are bigger than dogs. They're definitely, and they're bigger than any wolves you've ever seen. They're some definitely like a dire wolf or something like that.
Calder says, shield raised and takes up position kind of near one of the boulders and is keeping an eye on the wargs until he gets word from the guard tower climbers or whatever behind him.
All right.
I'm going to signal to Airfield and Veribar that there's these two guys here. I'm not sure if we want to take them out, or I don't know if we want to risk taking them out. But I'm not very good at sneaking.
Oh, I'm great at sneaking.
Yeah, I do the sneak thing very well.
Well, I'm wearing chainmail. That gives you disadvantage on stealth checks.
I can. Ara will. You can call him Ara, so it makes it easier. We'll whisper that I can assist with sneaking. I can make you invisible if needed.
I guess what I'm trying to say is, do we want to try and take these things out?
I'm gonna nod, and then I'm gonna knock an arrow and take cover in the tower and try to launch a sneak attack.
You want me to draw them over here?
No, they're already in range. I'm good. But if I make an attack with surprise, I get to roll an extra d6.
I want to march kind of forward near this other rock and gauge the reaction of the two creatures.
Okay, which rock are you moving towards?
Where I'm at.
Okay, they are eyeballing you, but they are focused on their pig.
I think I just hit the closest one to me.
Okay, you did, and now we'll need to roll initiative.
Okay. I'm going to position myself so they'd have to go through me to get to the other two guys.
Okay. Cat, I need that book. God damn it. Damn it, Cat.
We're gonna wipe.
Oh, yeah.
I did 9 damage already. We're good.
That's great. All right. And we are up to whoever that is. I believe that's Verabrar.
Yes. So the first attack was the surprise round, I suppose.
Right.
And this is my now attack again.
I guess really we did that wrong. That's fine. Go ahead.
That's not...
Okay, that is not going to hit. The warg is up. He is quite angry. It's got a movement of 50 feet. Can't quite get to him, but it can get to you. So it will. By the way, the measurements on here are correct.
Are they 5 and the deeper ones are 10?
Yep.
Awesome.
It's already got that set up. It's quite nice.
Best. Thank you. This is so much better than the last squares.
All right, it is going to get an attack in on Caladris. That is not going to hit. So it snarls at you, but he managed to keep it away. And then Caladris, it's your turn.
That's what I should have done. I should have readied an action.
Oh, you did not.
Yep,
So
I'm just going to swing at it with a longsword, because that's what melee people do.
It is.
And then I miss. Start off with a 1 and a 2.
All right. I believe that is Ryle next.
All right. I'm going to glance back at my companions here and move in to box in this warg here. And I'm going to swing my hammer. And you're going to see little bits of electricity shoot off of it. And I miss.
All right. And the last one is Arafiel, I believe. Or did I have those guys backwards?
No, you're good.
Okay.
I am going to. I'm just going to shout this round. So I'm going to shout at the warg that they're fighting. I'm just going to yell at, "Hey, ugly, look over here." And that didn't work. So it is a. Sorry. Must succeed on a. I'm going to use Vicious Mockery. It's got to succeed on a Wisdom saving throw, DC 13.
Okay. Wisdom save DC 13. Yep, makes that.
All right, never mind. There's nothing that happens to it then.
All right.
And I am going to yell back at Verabrar, "May your arrow shoot true," and use Bardic Inspiration. So he gets a D6 on his next. I like putting things in, as we know from Yeldor's travels. You're boned. Guess it's your next ability check, attack roll, or saving throw. You have 10 minutes to choose an ability check, attack roll, saving throw to add a D6 to it.
And it's important note on Bardic Inspiration, guys. You can do it. You can choose to use it after you roll, but before I tell you whether it succeeds or fails. Once you know whether or not it succeeded or failed, you can't then choose to use it. Got it? Good.
Got it.
Alrighty. Second warg. We'll try to bite off the face of the cleric.
And I'm going to go down.
Nope, because I'm rolling as shit as you guys are.
Nice.
All right.
Verabrar will loose another arrow at the warg that he has already hit. Oh my god.
I don't think anybody's rolled over a 5 since we started this combat. That does not hit. All right, these guys don't get any kind of wolfy thing with like the banished next to them, right? Nope. Okay.
Thank goodness.
This one will attempt to bite the paladin.
That would be crazy for level 1 fight.
This is already pretty crazy.
The wolves in Phandalin get that ability. You know, the dire wolves. What's your AC of Caladris?
18, sir.
18. That does not hit you. Latches onto your leg for a moment, but your armor holds up. And it's your turn. That hits.
I finally did a thing. I'm attacking the one that attacked me.
All right.
So 9.
All right. It howls in anger, but it does not go down yet. And Riley? Or Ryle?
Ryle. All right. What I should do is cast Bless right now, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and hit it again with more hammer.
Okay. Same one's been wounded before?
Yep.
Okay. That does hit.
Okay, that doesn't actually do any thunder damage.
No? Okay.
But it should do 7 damage, not 3.
Okay, you have a plus 4 to your strength?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I love all the quirks of new characters.
Alrighty, you hit it. Smashes one of his eyes out, but is still standing, although staggering badly. And Aerophile.
Please insult it to death. Please, God, insult it to death.
I don't even know what to say to this thing to insult it.
And you're not even a real wolf.
No, I'm going to. How bad are you guys? Like, what kind of shape are you guys in?
We haven't been hit yet, thankfully.
Nobody's hit anything until this turn.
I am. All right, the warg that just came up, I'm going to cast Dissonant Whispers on it. So I'm just going to strum strung one of the strings on my bandolier, and it makes a discordant melody aimed at the one that's not hurt.
Okay.
It's going to lose in saving throw. Yeah. I don't want to waste a 3d6 on.
Okay, that hits him.
Okay, so it has to run away.
Yep.
Okay, now on this, if it hits, does it break out of running away or anything?
I'm sorry?
No.
So then I guess I'm going to take an attack of opportunity to hit it.
You can, in fact, take an attack of opportunity.
So I guess I kind of aimed it at this thing. I'm just reading this friggin' spell now. Only it heard it. I'm that skilled with my instrument that I aimed it in such a way that it was the only one who heard the strike of that chord.
Nice.
All right. Very good. How long does that last for? Just one turn?
Yeah, once it uses its reaction, it's good to go.
And it took.
I gave it the damage.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure. Sorry. And then I'm going to stand over here.
All right. Very good. All right. And we are back to Bearbar.
Sniper.
Booyah.
All right, that will hit.
And that's on the one that they're standing next to.
Right.
Because I can only use sneak attack if I have advantage or if I have allies next to it.
Right, but you also only had 1 hit point left, so it didn't matter.
Well, that was the best image roll I've had on this character, so don't tell me that.
Killed it very
First
well.
combat. All right. 1 second.
Now, as a side note, now that I actually have a dexterity character, for like recovering arrows and stuff.
If they're just regular arrows, actually we are going to be doing some survival stuff. So we will keep track of how many arrows you have, and then we'll have you roll for it, like a survival check afterwards.
Okay, and after this session, I'm
recover and create arrows. What?
After this session, I was going to ask you about my channel divinity. Some questions about it.
Okay, very good.
Also, because of my perk of being a noble, I basically get free arrows and free booze at bars and stuff.
Right.
Like minor stuff.
But you may, depending on how the campaign goes, you may find yourself for weeks.
Oh yeah, if we're not in major towns, obviously that's not gonna. I assume I have the ability to carve an arrow or something.
See, I think I might be able to make arrows for you.
That'd be cool.
This is the Storm King's like module in Roll20, right?
Right.
Okay.
That's all the maps are so perfect. I sure as shit don't know how to do that. All right. Gladris.
That thing in front of me died, right?
Yes, I did. I'm sorry.
I'm going to move to here and ready an action to swing my longsword at the next enemy that moves within range.
Okay. As soon as you do that, 2 arrows come shooting out at you.
Do I see from where?
Yes, you do, because the goblins had readied actions.
So Caldrus is going to kind of take up stance behind this rock as arrows may or may not hit him, and as soon as that happens, he's going to call out, "There's more of them!"
Alright. Trying to get all this shit set up is a little confusing. I apologize, gentlemen. New layout, as it were. Alright, Cladis, you get hit for 8 total damage. 2 arrows pierce you.
Got it.
Ouch.
Yeah, that's 3/4 of my life.
Yeah, that's like 80% of my life. So.
What happened? Sorry, I had to step away.
He took 8 damage.
Yeah, as he was started chasing after the ward, 2 goblins came, peeked their heads out from where they were hiding, and shot at him with arrows.
That's not good.
I'm gonna need that 19 initiative goblin to go behind me, please.
What's your AC? What's your dex, rather?
+3.
+3, alright. He does, in fact, go behind you.
Look at Matt being the boss all of a sudden.
Yep, taking charge. All right, and
So
we
a very
have
different character.
we have a Riley. Ryle. What is it, call you, Riley? Fuck it.
Please don't call me Riley. It's Ryle. Let's see. I'm going to see him take, or I'm going to see my friend over here take a bit of damage, but I'm going to hold off for right now. Let me see. We're at, so 30 feet is about right there. I'm going to move up here near this rock.
Mm-hmm.
Stand here, and I'm going to point my warhammer at this guy and cast Toll the Dead. Basically, he's going to make a wisdom save or take 12 damage.
Okay, on the warg or on one of the goblins?
On the warg.
On the warg. He does not take that damage.
Okay. And I rolled a 12 too.
All right, very good. The rocks are 3 feet in diameter. So say 3 by 3 by 3, and they're quite heavy. They're solid like granite.
Yeah, I'm not looking to move it. I'm looking to see if ducking behind it from arrows might be an option.
It will. I would say it will give you half cover.
Got it.
That's kind of what I was doing too.
If you were halfling, you would get 3/4 cover. All right, and now we got Arafiel.
All right, I cannot get to you guys, and I don't want to get anywhere near you anyway.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I could have healed you for 1 whole hit point. Can I take out a weapon, or would that burn an action?
You can drawing a weapon does not take an action. Drawing 2 weapons would take an action, but you can draw a weapon as just a free action.
All right, let me just look at the distance of this. All right, I am going to. Is the warg undercover from, like, where would I have to get Could I shoot it from here?
Yes, that's just a pass.
What? I'm sorry.
It's a pasture. It's like not a building. It's an empty field.
Oh, okay. So I don't have to move anywhere. Yep.
Hello.
Okay.
Anyway, sorry, the cat knocked the headset out.
Sorry.
So you can, yes, that's just a pasture with a fence around it, so you could shoot through that and hit the warg if you have range.
I'm going to pull out my crossbow and shoot at it.
Okay, that will hit.
The crossbow that no one has seen till now.
Just pulled her right out the ass. And that's exactly how many hit points it has. So that warg will go down.
Nice.
You hear the goblins angrily chattering at you. And goblin.
And I'm going to back up as well behind, right there, behind that boulder. I know it won't give me much cover, but...
All right. First goblin will take a shot at... I believe that was a cleric he shot the first time, correct?
No, he shot the paladin.
A paladin. All right, he'll shoot the paladin. All right, that's not going to hit. And he is going to duck behind the house again, and he's going to try and hide from you, because he can do that as a bonus action. He is not going to be able to, though. You're still quite sure he is back there. You still see him kind of peeping out at you. All right. Varabar.
All right, Varabar is going to realize that he can no longer see any of the enemies from where he is.
Okay.
And so he's
the church bell from the church that next to you is still ringing.
Still ringing. Tempting, but I don't want to let these poor chaps die on our first session. So I will help them out with these goblins, and I will use my dash action to get down here. And that will be my turn.
All right. All right. 1 second here. All right. He is going to shoot. And he is going to continue to shoot at the paladin.
Did I get skipped?
Did you get skipped?
I feel like I've been shot at.
I had just had my turn, so it should be the 19 goblin now. And then it should be...
Right, but I may have... I think I did manage to skip you, Calidus. Sorry about that. Go ahead.
Well... I'm gonna run. I'm gonna run down here and take the dodge action.
All right. Very good. I think it's a disadvantage on the first attack against you, right? Or any attack against you.
I will go look that up just to make sure before I misquote you, and you can carry on.
All right. Very good. So first goblin's going to go, and he is going to shoot at the paladin, who has disadvantage on him.
So what happened to our turn order? Because it was different. Varabar went, and then you changed up the turn order, and now it looks like the goblins are getting an extra turn.
Yeah, I don't know. Something funky happened.
Yeah, it was Varabar.
Like, I think the 19 goblin just got skipped, I think is what just happened. But other than that, we're, like, right.
Well, it was Varabar, then it should have been the goblin, then it should have been Caldris, then me, then Raphael, And the turn order kind of got restarted.
I think we started on the wrong goblin. It's all that happened.
Could also be. So I will go ahead and I think one goblin had his turn, so I'll go ahead and just go with the 19 goblin then. Because Verbar, you just went, right?
Yeah, I win.
Okay.
And Caldress ended up going too.
Any attack roll made against you has disadvantage if you can see the attacker.
Okay, until the next turn?
Yeah.
Okay. Very good. So you're dancing around and the goblin's pissed at you because he thought, you took 2 shots from them already. You hear him just kind of, and a goblin. Does anybody speak goblin?
Nope.
Nope.
No.
Okay.
Common, elven, dwarven, draconic, giant.
Gotcha. So you don't understand what they're saying. That arrow is going to bounce off your armor. From behind you guys.
That's always great.
You are going to see 2 more goblins. I really appreciate you guys not exploring this place at all before you start fighting the war, because that really makes my job more fun.
It's cool. I didn't want to play paladin anyways.
You see a arrow is going to come shooting out at the cleric. It's within 80 feet, so he does not have disadvantage. Still not going to hit though. The other goblin you're going to see has a scimitar in one hand, and a chicken in the other. And he's kind of he's chattering at the other one. Sounds kind of disappointed in him at this point.
Your chicken. Okay.
Caldress.
I just had my
Yeah, he just went.
Oh, he just went. Okay. I thought we skipped you the last time. Okay, I don't know.
No, he didn't get.
He had the same concern, but didn't really know what happened, so he just thought he got skipped.
Gotcha. All right. Pojo is not worried about it. He's got the chicken with the scimitar. He's just going to hang out and talk shit. Cleric.
All right. Let me see. 30 feet.
Wide open spaces, man. I said wide open spaces, man.
Wide open spaces.
I know.
While he
Wasn't
plans
like there was a wall you could follow to keep your back clear or anything.
Hey, while he's measuring distances, this rock that smushiated this house next to me, am I able to get in this building?
Yes, I believe we need to make sure of that.
Actually, based on the path, there appears to be a door in front of me. Is the door intact?
It's 4B, right? 4B, I'll see if Yeah, you could totally get in there. It'd be an action to open the door, so it'd be, but you can get in there.
Okay.
Okay. Has this goblin been damaged at all?
No, neither of the goblins have been hit at all.
Okay. I'm going to cast Toll the Dead again. He's going to need to make a wisdom save.
Right.
And is he? It's 13. Okay, so he passes.
Yep, that's it.
All right.
Smart fucking goblin.
Yeah.
No, it's a wise fucking goblin.
And as I'm casting that, I'm going to run here and kind of take a little bit of cover behind this building.
All right. Alrighty, who do we got then? So next up is Ryle.
That was me. This is
Next one was Airfiel. Sorry, Airfiel.
Airfiel is going to yell over to Caldress and ask, now that you're close to them, actually, he's going to run closer because it's the only way he can do this. You need to be within 60 feet. Oh, no, I can do it from here. He's going to yell, now that you're close to them, do they smell as bad as they look? And use Vicious Mockery on the one that can actually hear him, so the one right around the corner from him.
Okay.
And of course that didn't work. It's a DC 13 Wisdom.
All right, on this guy?
Yep, I'll retype that all out. Yep, on that guy.
All right, well, he fails that, so he will take the damage.
Aha!
It is 1d4, and he has disadvantage on his next attack.
Okay.
Sorry. Take 3 damage, you.
All right, he will take that damage.
He's the only goblin in the world who's self-conscious about the way he smells.
Yeah, his friend will see you poking your head up, and I believe that's within range for him, yes? No, actually, it's not. So he'll instead shoot at the paladin.
Can't wait until I can take hide as a bonus action. That way I could have just gotten a fresh sneak attack from around this corner.
That is true, but it has not worked that way for you.
Well, it will in like a couple levels.
He is going to hit you for 3 damage.
Oh, I could have taken an action. I'm an idiot.
He has disadvantage. Does he still hit me?
You said disadvantage? Okay, then in that case, he does not hit you. He misses you.
Thank you.
Yep. All right, who's up?
All right, I will wrap around the corner and pop off an arrow at the closer goblin to me.
All right. I think I said the wrong one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go. It has double damage for both the attack and for the your. No, you don't have sneak attack, do you? Never mind. Still
No,
enough to
because
kill
there's
it.
nobody in range, and
Right.
they see me. So
All right. Yeah, it had 4 hit points left. You hit it for 14. So that is a dead goblin.
Nice.
you're welcome, team. I'm nailing these fools.
One across the way is going to chatter at his companion, and he is going to take a pot shot again. Oh, you're just out of good range. How far is it to this wagon? That sounds better. You can get to the stone, looks like. Yep. So he's going to hop out. He is going to come down to the stone. As he's running to the stone, he's going to take a shot at the cleric, at the paladin, rather. And
At the bard.
at this person.
Oh, my bad. Sorry. Yeah, shoot at him, not me.
He might not survive this. Oh, but he still has advantage or disadvantage or whatever, right? Because
Yep.
Yep, there's the last stack that does, and it's a good thing it did, because that would have been 2 more hits on him. So, yep, still alive. He managed to dance out of the way. Goblin is going, he's running over there. Let's see if he is hidden. Yeah, you guys, he kind of slides, he kind of ducks out of view, and you are unable to see him at the moment. You kind of have an idea of where he is, but you're not sure exactly where. Caldris.
Alright, here's where I gamble between dodge action and hope that they all waste their arrows on my 18 armor class, or running forward and hitting a motherfucker.
Be, my lord, be.
I'm gonna run forward and hit a motherfucker.
Because now I get sneak attack. Yeah.
Yeah. Nope.
Nope. You guys are rolling like shit. All right, who's up?
It's a traumatizing start to the adventure for the surviving party members.
You can't get there. This guy's going to come. He's going to drop his chicken and draw his short bow. And he's going to come charging forward. He will take a pot shot. Can't really get a shot there. Can't get it going there. So he's going to take a shot at the cleric.
Good luck with that fence rocking house.
Name all the pieces of cover.
Yeah. He will get half. He'll get half cover for the house, though. Actually, the rock probably be a bigger problem. That's true. He's actually that's a good point. Thank you very much for pointing that out. He will, in fact, not shoot at the cleric. He will shoot. Is that the bard over there?
You should let him shoot at me.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
So he has disadvantage. So he rolled a 14 with disadvantage. What is your AC?
14.
All right, that is going to hit, and that will hit for 7 damage.
Youch.
I mean, that's only like
no.
89% of your health, right?
Yeah. Don't worry about it. I got this.
Just
Okay.
run back out the gate, man.
Then again, you guys have an
No,
idea
I
of
got
where
this.
he's at over there, but you are unable to see him exactly. All right.
I'm just here to be a sneak attack from Matt.
So,
All right. I believe that is Ryle.
All right. I'm going to charge around this corner here and see that the goblin that was here is dead. And I'm going to toll the dead again on this guy.
Okay. Is that a cantrip?
Yes. It's from the starter spells.
Okay.
That's why I was asking about it the other day.
A D12 cantrip is interesting.
It's a D12 if they've taken damage.
It's a no damage save.
Yeah. But so is Sacred Flame.
Yeah, it's a D8 if they have not taken damage. If they're taking damage, it's a D12.
Oh, I got you. That's cool.
All right. In front of the paladin, the goblin's skin blackens and cracks, and he falls over dead.
All right, I'm gonna nod at Caldrus here, and I think I've got a little bit of movement left. I'm going to walk over here and press my back against the wall.
Okay. Very good. Then we're on to Araphael.
So Araphael is going to pull the arrow out of wherever it's sticking it out of and yell to in Caladris and Ryle's direction. Sorry, I almost called you Riley. My dog's name. I'm just used to saying it. He's going to yell, "You never told me adventuring would hurt so much." And then he is going to start strumming on his lute, a nice nighttime lullaby, and he's going to start singing, "Go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep, ugly goblins." None of my spells are working. Hold on.
Did you drag them from the SRD thing?
Yeah. Let me try to switch it back to attack.
That worked.
There we go. I am going to cast it right there.
Okay.
So it's going to be 20 feet in each direction.
Yep. And as you know well enough they are in that area, so you're able to catch them both in it. What's the 14?
Yes.
That is just no. You actually don't know it because you can't see them. So yes, that spell goes off.
And then I am going to actually remember that I have movement again, and I'm going to back up.
All right.
Going to run towards my companion back there. Just getting away from the arrows.
Verabrar.
Alrighty. Verabrar is going to move to the other corner of the house he is behind and take the hide action.
Okay.
He's like pressed up behind the corner. It's just hard to, because of the way the squares are.
Right. All right. And Caldrus, it is your turn.
I'm going to step up and take cover in this little nook of the house here. And then I will use my lay on hands to heal myself.
Okay.
And that's my turn, sir.
All right. And then we got Ryle.
All right. I heard Airfield cast something, but I don't know what it was. And I know the goblins are.
You just heard me singing and strumming.
Why is your arrow purple too?
I don't know. It's weird. It should be orange. Huh. Well, I know that there were goblins in this general area.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to take a dash action and head towards this house. And apparently not be able to make it because I'm not fast enough.
Okay.
I guess it'd be right here.
All right. Very good. You can give me a perception check if you like to try and see where those goblins are.
Nice.
Too busy running.
Yep, don't see them. All right. They're actually very well hid. So now we are on Arafiel.
Oh yeah, I probably should have rolled stealth for my hide action, right? How does that work exactly?
You would have needed to roll stealth to try to see how well hidden you were.
Yeah, I announced taking the hide action.
Based on where you were, I just assumed you were invisible because you were far enough away that they couldn't see you.
That works for me.
I'm gonna wish I had a healing potion, and I'm just gonna touch myself, and one of my wound starts to close a little bit. I put my hand over my wound, and it closes a little bit. I heal myself for 1 hit point.
Okay.
When I think about you, I touch myself.
I strum along to that as you start singing.
Okay, that's cool. Is that a cantrip?
That's Azamar.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Yes, it's a little, every little bit, right?
Yeah.
All right. And then we got Arafiel. No, we don't. No, never mind. I lied. We have Verabrar.
Now that I'm hidden, I'm just going to be scanning the battlefield for movement and goblins.
Okay. You can give me a perception check if you like.
I will do that.
Okay. Peeking through the window of the house you're hiding behind, the inside looks in disarray, although you don't see any movement. You think maybe the goblins have already been through. With that 24 check, peeking around, you can see one of the goblins hiding there.
Okay.
Let's see what else we might have here. You might have seen, but I think that's it as far as what you can see. Then the bell's still ringing.
Okay, so does taking a perception check count as an action or a bonus action? How does that work?
I'll give you as a free action if it's something you want to do.
Okay, yeah, I want to shoot the goblin I've now found.
Okay, he is prone, so you have disadvantage. Well, you'll be regular. He's also asleep, so be. So basically, you have it'll just
balance out.
Yeah, balance out.
Okay. And he's unaware of me, obviously, since he's asleep. So I will get a sneak shot if I hit him.
Yes.
You also have Bardic Inspiration if you need it.
And apparently, I don't.
Nope, that hits. All right, that's enough. So you just put that right through his eyes, one of his eyes.
Sink.
All right. And Caldrus.
Going to move, and then I will go ahead and take the dash action to move again.
Okay.
to here-ish.
All right. When you get there, I want to make you do a check. The goblin was slumped up against the back of the
wagon?
Of the wagon, thank you. Why are you being annoying? Roll 20. All right, there we go. He is, however, he's snoring peacefully.
Out of curiosity, is that 4C like a token, or is that part of the map?
It's actually a token, surprisingly. I was very entranced by that. So if you need to move it, I can move it for you.
No, it's just the only one that's showing. I heard you had mentioned building 5 before for the church, and I'm just like connecting the dots and noting that as a built-in module, they like apparently went the extra like 9 yards, and I'm quite impressed.
Yeah, they're tokens so that you can hide them from us. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. I actually kind of wish that they were all available so it'd make it easier to tell what's going on, but that's fine. Actually, it means I could show them to you if I need to. All right, that works. Okay, good stuff. Good talk, guys.
Curiosity.
Uh-huh. What?
It was just curiosity. I'm learning the module because I might purchase it once we beat it.
Yeah, and I bought the book because I couldn't figure out how the module works with the book. Like, I couldn't see how the text all flowed. Now that I have the book and I'm looking at how the module's set, I can see how they did it. But without it, I wouldn't be able to figure it out. But if you don't need the book, if you buy the module, I'll tell you what's going on with it.
Also, I've got the PDF of the book if you just want me to send it to you.
I might have every PDF for 5e.
Yeah, so do I.
Me too.
You filthy pirates. Anyways, who's up next? I believe that's Airfail.
I think I got skipped.
Did you get skipped? Sorry. Okay. Right. I'm confusing the holy characters.
Can I do a perception check from right where I'm at, or?
I assume that it was pointed out to by the guy running by. He's like, "Oh, it's over by the wagon."
Okay, well then I'm going to stop and not continue going over. Why did my color change? Okay, that's just weird. Okay, I'm going to stop, sprint towards this building since that got pointed out, and I'm going to start heading over there towards the goblin. We missed some before, so I'm going to cautiously go up here by Caldrus and glance around to see if there's any other goblins around. And I guess that will be my action since I've already done one perception check.
Okay. No dash action?
No. Wouldn't be able to attack anyways.
Yeah, but they would give me sneak attack.
Well, I think he's hidden behind the cart. But I don't know.
Yeah.
Give me a perception check. Okay. From where you are, you do not detect any more of the goblins.
Okay.
All right. Let's see here. We are back to Veribar.
All right. Did they yell out?
Oh, goddamn it. Okay. Who got skipped this time?
Ara. No. Rara just went. Yeah.
It's okay. Both of you having new icons that both have that white background. I do it. I'm doing it all night. It's like I get them mixed up.
I'll change mine. You keep yours. You probably put more than a minute into yours, so I'll change mine after I go. I'm just gonna continue moving forward.
Was also for some reason on the turn tracker, Calidris' name shows up, but none of the other ones show up.
That's strange.
So we can figure out what that is.
I just thought I always saw my character names, but not any other ones. So it's weird that you see my character name.
I don't see anybody's.
I don't see anybody's either.
Yeah, I only see Calidris. Right, what was that perception check for?
To see if there were any other goblins in my eyesight.
All right.
Also because you asked him for it.
Yeah, that too.
All right, where are you located at right now? I can get back over here. From where you are, let's see.
I like that your color just copies whoever happened to be the last person to do something on the map.
Yeah, that's really weird.
All right, yeah, you don't see any other goblins, but there are the bell is still ringing.
Or can I tell where the bell is?
Oh yeah, it's in the church, which is this. I'm sorry, you didn't know where building 5 was. It's this one in this building.
Okay.
Change your color and then change it back.
Oh, I changed my color.
Now there's a Varus color.
All right. Okay, so now am I correct in saying that it is Verabar's turn?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm assuming they like shouted out that there was a goblin when they saw him, or that it made it semi-obvious where he was.
Yes.
But how many varieties of disadvantage would I have if I tried to attack him?
31
How
colors.
how far are you, and what kind of bow are you using?
Oh, I'm using a longbow and I'm 130 feet, so I'm within range.
You're within range. Okay, so you wouldn't have disadvantage. It'd be disadvantage because he's prone, but you'd have advantage because he's asleep. So it becomes zeroes out. He will have a +2 to his AC because he is behind a cart.
Okay, I'm gonna shoot him anyway.
You're my hero, Matt.
Yep,
think I hit him.
that works. That hits, yes. All right. Yep, his head was just kind of rolling out from behind the cart. You hit him right in the throat. All right.
I would like
So
to recover as many arrows as now possible.
Okay. How many did you shoot?
7.
Okay, roll me a d10.
And while this is going on, I'm going to yell off, can someone turn off that damn bell?
Okay. You are, in fact, able to recover all of your arrows.
Do I get one of the goblin's arrows too?
They are using short bows. Tell you what, if you want to collect goblin arrows, you can. I'm going to say they are a -1 when you use them because they're just not very well made.
I'll leave them then.
Okay.
Do you think that's town folk in the church, or do you think it's more goblins?
I'm going to sneak up to the church.
Okay. You are pretty sneaky.
Well, he's doing that. I'm going to see Caldrus head over to
I don't know where the door is, but I'm going in towards the bell tower.
Look at where the road connects to the building.
I used a window.
Who was talking to Caldrus?
I was saying, since you're checking that building, I was going to check this building.
Okay. So hold on. Everybody go one at a time. You're going in the you're going in the church. Who's going into what buildings?
I wasn't going into a building. I was doing a perception whilst cutting across diagonally. Let me get you the ruler. I was walking from where I was in the general direction of the church, but trying to keep as much cover as possible between rocks and wagons.
Okay. Very good. Anybody else doing anything special before I start describing the church?
No, I'm gonna go in as well. He's in there, right?
I think Bearbar was first anyways.
Yeah, I'm going into the church, yeah. I'm pushing.
He's going in over here.
Stealthily slipping in the door right now.
Okay. If you look over to the right of the map, you have a map of the temple. So there is the late afternoon sunlight is pouring into this high vaulted chamber through 4 stained glass windows set into the north and south walls. Beneath the windows are plain wooden benches for elderly or infirm to sit on. The room is mostly empty otherwise. Standing against the back walls, a wooden pulpit with steps leading to it. The floor of the temple is composed of dirt. Set into the west wall, north of the pulpit, is a half-open door, beyond which there is a room.
Does this look like it was torn up by goblins, like that house I looked in did?
It is looking pretty. It looks ransacked. Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna keep stealthing then, and make my way to this door.
Okay. When you appear in the door, what you have is.
Don't worry, guys. I have disadvantage on stealth checks.
I mean, he's ringing a bell, so he's not going to hear you.
You make
You were
great
trying to
points.
get us to run in that building and get more goblins.
All right. There's a plain wooden bed. The mattress has been torn open and straw pulled out. The floor is strewn with the contents of 2 wooden chests. There's some vestments, small personal effects, and in the back of the room there is a knotted rope hanging from the steeple. It's kind of like up and down 2 sides, and there's just 2 goblins on there that are just kind of laughing at themselves as they ring the bell up and down like a seesaw.
Okay.
And they didn't. Here's the thing. It wasn't. It is very loud in there, obviously, from the bell. However, Kella, when he walks in, he kind of slams the door open and says, "What is going on in this temple?" And they're going to drop off, and we have to roll initiative.
Seems like
Anything
something
other
out
than a
there.
botch would have made. They would not have noticed you.
I need a heal, for Christ's sake.
I don't know who this is.
I'm still stealth, though. They don't know I'm here.
Yes, your stealth is okay. They are not aware you are there, but they are aware somebody is there.
You're squishy bard.
That's that.
All right,
I'm bleeding all over my loot.
As long as you don't bleed on my loot.
All right, so we have 2 spell slots. That's why I haven't healed anybody yet.
Remember what it's like to be level 1, man.
And my spell slots are gone because I used them to end that fight.
Well, I'm just saying, if Caldris goes down, we're not going to be able to get anyone back up.
Yeah, we're not gonna survive if we don't have hit points. I'll just stay in the back. It's fine. But
It's cool. We're about to take a short rest in this fucking temple.
All right. Goblin. We're missing somebody. Who are we missing?
yeah, that would be me.
Yeah.
Is my
Damn,
name still the
Patrick.
only one on the thing?
Hmm?
Is my
Damn
name
it, Patrick.
the only one on the turn order again?
Damn, Danielle.
Who's Danielle?
It's a thing from the internet.
Oh.
I'm on there.
Yeah, you guys are all on there, but again, it shows the NPC names. It shows Caldris' name, but it doesn't show the rest of you.
It's not showing anything for me except for Goblin.
I wonder what's up with that. Interesting. All right. Anyways, first up is that person.
All right. I am going to. How do I want to do this?
Right
I'm
now, you're
gonna-
not even. I don't even think you're in the room. You're not even in the
Yep.
temple.
All right. I am going to push my way in. I don't know how this works though. Fairy fire. Can I shoot it without hitting my companion? Can I shoot it like back here and it?
Let me look it up. I think it actually affects everybody in that square, in the range.
It's in the chat.
20-foot cube within every object in a. Yeah, so it's not even people's creatures and objects. So the bed will be outlined. Everything will be outlined. If it fails the deck save.
How's your dex? I'm not going to do that then. I'm just going to yell.
Hey, Rogue, are you okay with being like totally illuminated?
Well, it's better than shooting a fucking fireball in there, huh? Just
True, because I wouldn't survive on this character.
I'm going to yell at one of the goblins I can see, the one in the doorway. Hey, you're uglier than the ones outside. And of course, it doesn't work. Vicious Mockery, DC 13.
Whiz.
Whiz.
Does it have disadvantage because they're deafened because of the bell?
Oh, that's a good point, but no, I won't do that.
Well, they wouldn't have made it anyway. It's a 12
Yeah, I
and
wouldn't have made it anyways. Yeah. All right, so go ahead and give me damage.
Loving those threes. And I'm going to sulk back out.
All right.
Way to take only a bonus action on your turn.
What else am I going to do?
All right, Verabrar.
So I'm going to keep my sneak on, and I'm going to sneak up into the top of this pulpit area and be like crouched down in the top of that.
Okay, give me a stealth roll.
Okay. I'm already in stealth. I don't know if you want another one.
Well, you stealthed in there. Now we're in combat, and they're alert that there's people there. So you got to try and stealth again. Okay.
Stealth.
Right.
Can I see that goblin through the door from this angle?
Well, you can. Well, here's the thing. Stealth is an action for you. Until you get your until you get the
yeah. Until I get like whatever that level is.
Right. I think it's just next level, but you have to get that level first.
Yeah, I will just take the stealth action then and chill.
Okay.
Oh.
All right. Goblin's wisdom. Goblin's passive perception will not be able to see you whatsoever, but they will see the person who's very loud, who walked in there all terribly loud, which is Caladris.
So,
and they will try and ping you with their bows. One of them has disadvantage.
please still die in church.
So only one of them would have hit you, and luckily for you, it is the one who had disadvantage, so he is not going to hit you. So they ping off you and they stick in the wall behind you. All right. And we're up to Ryle.
Go rile him up, champ.
I'll do that. I'm going to walk inside, push past Caldris, and I can't actually make it to this goblin. So this is the one that's been hit, right?
Yep.
And there's no wall in between us?
There's a door, but you can see him through the door. Because I forgot to hide.
See. All right. Well, I can get to about right here, and I'm going to hit him with a Toll of the Dead.
Okay.
Nice.
Yep. All right. He basically melts into goo. All right. And Caldris.
I think I can actually get in there. Damn.
That's it.
I hope so.
Oh, it was a hit for me on a ward, so I'm not actually sure if it's a hit on these ones.
13 is not a hit.
At least I'll die alone in a closet with a bell ringing.
This is the bedroom.
Oh, I thought this was directly beneath the bell tower.
It is, but this is like the cloister where the guy sleeps.
Gotcha.
All right. Who's up there? That person's up. That is Airfield, I believe.
Yep. I am going to come in and say, how many elves does it take to kill a goblin? And I'm going to shoot my crossbow at it. Can I get in there or no? No, never mind. I'll come in right there then.
All right.
No, I can't get in there. I'm just going to yell in what smells worse than a dead goblin.
I'm just breath. I was going to say you.
I'm going to say alive goblin. DC 13.
A creature you can see within range.
Ah, fuck. Can I see him now? All right, I'm just going to stand out here and look for a potion.
All right.
That makes sense.
Other companions can kill a goblin.
I forgot Matt had stealth. I should have not. Well, never
Yep.
mind.
Verabrar is a bit miffed that he had set up this lovely little ambush for the goblins and that everybody decided to say, fuck it. So he is going to leap out of the parapet and into the room and run up, and he's going to attack the goblin with his rapier.
You can get there.
Yeah, I have 35 feet, so.
Yep. All right, that is not up to hit.
He's no.
All right. The goblin is going to be snarling at you. He's got two people there. You both missed him. Let's see here. Neither one of you. Let's see. He's definitely going to want to finish somebody off. The rogue most recently attacked him, so he's going to try and attack at the... Actually, no, he's not. What he's going to do, he's going to use his bonus action to disengage, and he is going to dash the fuck out of there.
Luckily that bard prepared an action. Oh, wait.
Damn it! Why did you not remind me on my turn?
Because there was a slight pause, and then Ken said, it doesn't hit. And I've reminded you like 2 or 3 times now. So
I warned you that I've been drinking all day. It was like,
that is true.
I'm not sober, but I'll be here. I'm doing my best, okay?
All right, he's going to disappear outside the door of the church.
There'll be more goblins, guys. It's okay.
Wait, are you not going to follow him?
I would if I could
It's not my turn.
have my turn.
Speaking is a free action.
Yep. All right.
now it's your turn.
Now's your turn.
Okay, which door did he go out of?
But there's only one door out.
Well, there's lots of doors out, but I mean, this one?
Those are windows, which is why they are clear as compared to the brown door, which is the universal symbol for doors.
Okay, I was just making sure. All right, so I'm going to see this goblin rush past me, and I'm going to rush outside.
Okay.
Which will put me... right here. I think I've got an extra 5 feet of movement, so I'm going to get right there. Can't actually reach him, so I'm going to use Toll the Dead again. That's not going to kill him.
No.
Okay.
Well, he also hasn't taken any damage, so it's only a D8.
Oh, has he not taken any damage?
Nope.
Okay, well, I'm not going to reroll.
All right.
Still enough.
Yep. All right. He does take damage. He stumbles. You hear him kind of shouting something in Goblin. Caldris.
I think I'm going to move my 30 feet. Which puts me at the door. Now I have to go look at the other map real quick. I'm sorry. I'm gonna try to shoot him with a javelin. 1 second. I gotta move my guy. Chuck a javelin.
All right. Chucking a javelin. That does hit. All right. I don't think you could have. Yep. Definitely could have. All right. Takes him in the back. Falls to the ground.
Think he gets the point.
Yay!
But
I'm gonna walk over and pick up my javelin.
All right.
I'm going back in here to check on everybody.
Do I see?
Verabrar is going to use Bardic Inspiration to try to shoot an apple off of Arafiel's head. Before the 10 minutes is up, hopefully.
And as I'm walking back here, all right, so the thing is not ringing anymore, right?
Nope.
Good.
All right, so you guys are in a temple. Over there, Verabrar, there are 2 sacks of stuff spilling out. It looks like the goblins' loot they had been looting.
Excellent. I'm going to start collecting up the loot.
All right. What you have in there? One sack has 3 blocks of incense. What looks like a silver unicorn's head. And some various, personal effects, clothes and whatnot that don't look like they're worth very much. The other sack holds 3 empty vials and an unlocked wooden box.
Can we get a treasure
I would
chest
like
there?
to open the wooden box.
Okay. By the way, on the top of the box, kind of engraved in the wood, is the same unicorn head that's on the silver unicorn head. Same thing. And inside there's 37 copper pieces and 15 silver pieces.
Do I recognize the unicorn head to mean anything?
Yes, you will recognize that as being the symbol of Myliki. On the outside of the temple, it looks like this temple is dedicated to both Lathander and Myliki. Lathander is the god of the dawn. Myliki is the god of forests.
Okay.
All right. When Verabrar, I'm a noble, so I'm assuming I have basic religious knowledge, but I can roll if you want me to.
If he tells you, you don't have to roll. If he does not tell you, you'll need to roll to see if you recognize the symbol. Well, you're a wood elf. You'd probably recognize Myliki.
Yeah,
You might not recognize
like
Lathander.
Okay, so once I realize that this stuff belongs to the church, I'm going to not take it. I'm going to just leave it by the pulpit.
Okay.
I'm fine with that.
I'm going to take the vials though. Those just might be useful. They don't seem to be churchy stuff, and they might come in handy.
These stairs, are they up or down?
Oh, they're not stairs. That's the.
That's
just the.
pulpit. Okay.
Yeah,
Sorry, I forgot.
the pulpit.
All right. Yeah, I'm going to start to kind of just wandering the town and yelling out and trying to see if there are any survivors or townspeople around.
We should probably look around and see if there's any more goblins before we start.
I'm assuming they will also respond to my yelling. So either way.
I'm gonna
Okay.
head to the next building.
Is everybody good on HP?
Yep.
I'm
Yeah.
okay.
Great.
Do we need to take a short rest or something?
Yeah. Sure.
Well, let's see if we can find any survivors before the goblins kill them. Rather than
Okay.
take a short rest.
Okay.
Okay.
Before we go any further, I need some water, so let's take a quick 2-minute break.
Okay.
Okay. It's like, man, we only get 2 spell slots. I don't want to use them on a heal when we could die in a turn.
Right.
I've already used all of my lay on hands.
So this is a second campaign in a row that I am clearly doing the most damage. I just want to point that out.
This is the second campaign. Well, actually, I've done a little bit of damage this campaign.
Well, it's just sneak attack at level 1 is just ridiculous because I can
Yeah.
use it once a turn all the time. So
I don't remember if I've actually killed anything yet.
I'm not keeping count. I know I killed a warg. No, I killed something.
I got 4 goblins and a warg, I think,
No,
because we've done 8 goblins so far, right?
the sleeping goblins don't count as anything. They don't. Those are mine. I'll take those.
No, because I definitely headshotted both of them and one-shotted them both.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
You put them to sleep. We could have just
Okay.
walked up there and killed them.
but I did kill them.
It was a good shot, especially the crit.
Yeah, from 120 feet. So
All right, so what I was saying about the arrows. I got to talk to Ken about this, but my my channel divinity is pretty awesome.
Nice. And I'm primarily melee too. It's just that like at level 1 I have 10 hit points, so I didn't really want to get up close when I do just as much damage right now with my longbow.
You're a rogue or a ranger?
I am going to be multi-class rogue ranger. I took rogue at level 1. It's just a better level 1 class.
Yeah.
Like you get like an extra proficiency and you get like a couple of extra things.
Okay, well, right now my character is pretty much going to be a brick wall. It's Hell campaign. I'm not going to do a whole lot of damage, so if you can do a lot of damage for us sitting back or whatever you need to do.
I mean, yeah, I'll be able to like hide. Like rogue gets this really awesome thing where as a bonus action, I'll be able to like hide, disengage, and like a couple of other things. And then as a wood elf, I get the ability to like hide like in light foliage or like anytime I'm in a forest. So like I'll be able to like disengage and hide every turn, like even if I'm in melee range.
Okay.
So
I was
I'm
saying
going to be pretty useless because Bardic Inspiration isn't going to get used. I have 4 HP and I have no spell slots. I have a bunch of spells from my...
I will use Bardic Inspiration when I'm not playing.
You're not getting it again, so you maybe find another.
That's not fair, man. You can't just give it to me all fucked up.
Also have a bunch of spells that are pretty situational. There's one that'll probably be useful in combat, but the rest of them not as much. So this will get interesting.
Just remember how often my bless got used.
Hey,
Like,
I'm going to
our
be
party
using a
will
lot
be
of
funny.
bless this campaign.
Well, also that Ken mentioned that we were going to have to do like survival checks and stuff and like actually navigate, and our party will be unable to get lost and a bunch of other cool stuff. So like we'll like always have food, we'll be unable to get lost. Like rangers get a bunch of that like cool stuff for parties that have to do with survival.
If you remember to use it.
Yeah, see, this is what you guys are for.
I can build a wagon.
Nice.
I can ride my
That's what I can do.
handlebars.
I think I might be able to build you some arrows during a short rest. Let's see how that goes.
All right, are we good to go?
Maybe I have all of them. Yeah, I think so. Everybody's here.
All right. So I gave you guys a party treasure sheet. So you guys are going into this building that you're in front of?
Yeah, I rolled a 13 perception to listen through the door for any sounds or anything.
All right. So if we go over to the right again, you don't have to put your tokens over there right away if you don't want to. I'm just showing you what you're seeing. Roll a 13, so outside you don't hear anything. But you do see that the name of the inn seems to just be very simply called the Nightstone Inn.
As a noble and as someone who's visited this town before, would I know if they have like an all clear from danger signal or like anything I could use to try to see if there were like survivors or anything?
Give me a history check.
Oh, I think I'm proficient in history because of my noble background too. I am.
Aldous is walking into the tavern.
Okay.
Not far,
You know that
but
there usually is such a such a symbol, usually to do with the church, probably the church bell, but you don't know what it is for this town. What were you saying there, Caldris?
I'm stepping in and kind of taking a look around. Obviously, some boulders have done some work, but does the building seem mostly intact?
Besides the boulders are actually it looks pretty beat up actually. Let's see here. First off, where's the door of this place?
Doors on the south. I imagine the buildings are just directly.
Yes, there we go. Okay, very good. So yeah, south side is correct. Okay. So yes, walking in there, the place is really ruined. These massive stones are 3 foot circumference, heavy granite, came plummeting through this place. In this first area, enter in the rock distorted dining table, a pair of long benches. The remains of a bed and wardrobe have fallen through the hole from above. There's a couple of smaller tables kind of closer to the door. They're still intact. And there's a dead goblin lying in the middle of the room with a crossbow bolt sticking through its chest.
I'm not a smart man, but could I attempt to see which way the goblin was heading and was shot from? Like, was he entering the building and was shot from in the building, or was he shot from behind?
Okay. You can give me a perception check to try and see what was going on there, or you can give me a medicine check to try and see how old the wound is. All right. So with the medicine check, you're not sure exactly how old it is. However, as you're looking around, you think you see a shadowy figure up in the room above with the hole in it that the rock came down.
All right, Caldress is going to call out, "Hello, we're here to help."
Okay. When you say that, a figure will step through the hole and kind of look down at you. It'll be a blonde human woman. She'll say, "Shut up, you fool! You never know if there's more of them." And as she says that, an arrow's going to come out of the other doorway you see there.
Don't worry, I'm great at catching arrows with my face. It's one of my many talents.
That will hit. It is going to be 4 damage.
Great.
That goblin will attempt to hide again. Okay. So ducks through, open the door, shoots you, and ducks back behind the door, and you don't see it again. I'm not sure if you're still up or not.
In here, right?
Yep. It's through that door to the north there.
I am alive.
Okay. And we can all roll initiative.
Jesus, what's with the 18s, people?
I'm getting tired of this shit.
I've rolled 18 for every initiative tonight, actually.
I think you need to start rolling for me.
All right. Very good. So we have up here. So here, all you guys who are outside the building heard a bit of shouting, and then you heard Caldress shouting a bit of pain. And now it's at your guys' actions. First up is Verabrar.
All right. Verabrar is going to use his action to hide along the side of this building here.
Okay.
I'm not scrolled far enough yet. There we go. And then he's going to use his movement to as far as he can, which is right, I think. Yep, which is right here. And he's heading towards the back door.
Okay. Very good. Next up is Bard. Bard is Ryle. No, Bard is Arafel.
Me.
Arafel, I
I'm figuring it
am
out.
going to hear the commotion. I'm going to run in into the corner, and I'm going to ready an action.
Oh.
I forget, do I tell you what it is? Or
Yes, please.
if anything pops its head from that hole, I'm going to shoot it with my crossbow.
Gotcha. Caldress.
My hand is trembling. Because this is the first time I've ever fought in my life.
In fear or excitement?
In fear.
Okay.
I step to the door. Can I tell where the goblin's at?
You can give me a perception check to try and search for him, but that would be an action in this case. But I should tell you what, if you open the door...
Oh, was the door closed?
Yeah, he closed the door behind him. That's why he was able to hide.
As part of my movement, can I open the door?
Sure.
I'm not like stepping as far into the room, but due to the grid, I'm in the hallway, or the doorway.
Okay,
and,
I understand. So yes, as you open the door there, you will see him. He is kind of huddled against the wall.
Well, he's lucky. I got 10 feet of movement left. I'm gonna swing at him. Yep, I give up. I'm gonna die.
Goblin will try and whack you with his scimitar.
I have a +5, and I can't even roll in the fucking double digits.
I wish I could show this to you guys. I really do. Because you would not believe that this guy just rolled a double crit.
Shit.
So that is going to be 14 damage.
How does insta-death work?
Is it? I believe it's got to go down below half your damage, I believe.
I'll go look
So
at
half or does it do double your damage? Double your HP and damage.
I'll go look it up.
Yes, you are definitely unconscious at the very least. You guys haven't had this much trouble since the Earth Temple.
The Earth Temple.
Starts cackling. So now we are up to Ryle.
It is damage reduces you to 0, and there's damage remaining. You die if the remaining damage equals or exceeds your hit point maximum.
Okay.
Yeah, negative max HP.
Yeah, so joke's on him. He was 2 points away from murdering me.
Okay.
I'm just glad that we have a scarred party member from session 1.
That's true.
That's what I'm here for. I'm here for the debilitating fucking injury table. It's my life.
You took like 3 of them the last game.
Well, once the bard wakes me, or the fucking cleric wakes me up, we'll see what I won.
He's saving his spell slot, so we'll try to persuade him. We'll try to persuade him to use it now.
I'm saving my spell slots for when this happens.
All right. So we have now Ryle is up.
You're muted if you're talking.
Oh, I was talking. I have just enough movement to get through the door, so I guess I'll see Cal just laying there with the goblin standing over him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, I'm going to reach into my pack and or my utility belt here, shoot out a little dart at Caldress, hopefully waking him up.
Okay.
And then I'm going to use Toll the Dead on this guy for a whole 2 damage if it hits.
It will hit. All right. The woman up above is going to be like, "Who are you're not? You're just going to hear her muttering to herself. Can't she get over there?" 15. No, she can't quite get to anywhere useful. So she does come over here. All right. Verabrar.
All right. Can I shoot through this window, or is it like another stained glass / inopenable window?
It is currently a closed window. I mean, you could break it and shoot through it.
Yeah, that would totally ruin the surprise element, wouldn't it?
Yes, it would.
Yeah. So I'm going to come over to the door, and I'm going to shoot through that instead.
All right, that'll hit. All right, and you shoot it in the back, and it falls over dead. Caldrus, you are conscious on the floor because you got those 6 hit points back.
Thank you. I gather up my belongings.
Yep. Roll me a d20, please.
Be fun, guys.
Yay!
Well, I'm going to go over there too, Caldrus, and I'm going to check him to see if he's okay.
Okay. What you're going to see, 272, 273. That's further back than I thought. I couldn't find it. I was going the wrong way.
Please tell me he loses an arm. That way we can be bros.
No, he has an internal injury. Whenever you would attempt an action in combat, you must make a DC 15 con save. On a fail, you'll lose your action and can't use reactions till the start of your next turn. The injury heals if you receive magical healing or if you spend 10 days doing nothing but resting. You dig a magical healing, so you feel a bit of a pain in your chest, but it does not affect you long term because you are already healed.
Cool.
Damn, that would have mega sucked.
Yeah, it's a good thing that doesn't require like lesser restoration or greater restoration. You guys have been hosed for a while.
Yeah. I mean, that one is so incredibly debilitating. Like, it would be ridiculous if it required something like that.
Indeed. All right. So what do you guys want to do?
I think I just got my name mixed up.
Yeah,
Well,
you're right.
What's in this room?
And the room you're in right now?
Yeah.
Okay. The goblin had a sack. Inside of the sack, there is a block of cheese, a cooked chicken, a frying pan, an iron pot, a bullseye lantern, 2 flasks of oil, a set of cook's utensils, jar of cloves, jar of saffron, a dented silver jug, and a cracked hourglass.
Guys, we have supplies
I got
for
like
cooking on the road.
3 of those things.
Dude,
written
goblins
down.
are fantastic. My goal is to go upstairs and talk to this lady, though.
Okay.
I don't think Ryle heard anything. He just ran in and saw everybody died. Well, this could have gone worse. On our last campaign, on the very first session, Yeldar died in 1 hit. The very first roll of the campaign.
Yep.
What else?
Killed dead.
What
That's hilarious.
bullseye, 2 oils, frying pan, chicken, cheese, tin and silver jug, an hourglass?
Yes, broken hourglass.
Does mending work on glass?
I'd have to look it up, but I think so.
I'll link it while you do other things.
Anything else in the bag, sir?
Yeah, there's some condiments. So there's a good-sized jar of cloves, a jar of saffron.
So, man, I had to go, and I wanted to take prestidigitation, so that way I could cook with essence of pure flavor. But now I can't do that anymore because I'd take another cantrip.
All right. So as you go upstairs there, Verabrar, there is a woman sitting on the bed of this room. She is a human woman, blonde-haired, wearing a hooded cloak.
She seems cool.
And she will greet you as saying, "Hello, my name is Kella. I was a guest here who was knocked out in the attack. Who are you?"
I respond, "I am Verabrar Deslantier. I see you are also a fan of the hooded cloak." As I take out a small flask and begin to drink from it.
Okay. She'll smile and she'll say, "Yes, I was I'm a traveling monk. I was heading to my monastery to the north, and I was just passing through when I was caught here in the attack." She'll smile at you and hold her hand out, hoping to get a drink of your whatever's in your flask.
I will offer her my flask and ask her if she would mind telling me what happened here.
As he says that, Arafil would burst in the room and say, "And you may recognize me. These are my companions. Please tell us." Trying to steal the conversation away from his companion.
Okay. She is going to she's going to finish her drink, kind of side-eyeing you, and say, "I was just telling you, your companion, his lovely liquor," takes another shot, all about it. There is I was here doing some business and passing through, and all of a sudden a cloud giant castle flew overhead. A marvelous sight, to be sure, until it started dropping stones on us from above. I was one of the stones struck me, and I struck the building, and I was knocked unconscious. I don't know what happened to the rest of the townfolk.
Wait, did you say a castle flew by?
Yes, it was the most remarkable thing.
Are you sure you haven't been taking... I'm going to do a medicine check on her.
Okay.
Make sure she is not delirious.
While he does that, I'm going to frantically ask her, has the stage been harmed? Is the show canceled? Tell me, it's of great importance.
She tells you, "Well, I haven't seen any of their people, so I don't know what show you're talking about. I woke up and there were these goblins running around town. I don't know what's going on with them exactly."
Anything in the other two rooms while this is happening?
Let's see here. That's C, D, and F. In the room to the top left here, there is an iron chest. Actually, this looks like it's probably the innkeeper's room. There's a tapestry just picking about landscape, and there is a locked wooden chest.
Big enough to...
And then the other two rooms are just small and kind of empty. Sorry?
Is the chest small enough to carry, or are we talking like a trunk?
It's going to be pretty big. You would have to give me a strength check, and you're going to have to use like both hands to have to move it around.
If I wanted to try and open it, but I didn't have thieves' tools, what would it require?
You'd have to beat the ever-living shit out of it, and you'd probably break whatever's in there if it was fragile.
Leave it alone.
No, I'm not. No,
I've got thieves' tools. I'm a rogue. Come on.
So
But I'm still talking to this blonde chick, so I'm gonna ask her. So what god did you say you were a monk of again?
It's not how monks work.
Well, first off, is she delirious?
That's how monks work. There's like monks of religions, aren't there?
You get, they can be, but she says, I am not of a religious order. We are just cloistered aesthetics. Medicine check. She looks a little scratched up, but she doesn't look like she doesn't seem delirious in any way.
Okay, I'm going to roll an insight check. Is she lying about the flying castle? Is she consciously lying about the flying castle?
Okay, no, it all she seems to be telling you the absolute truth.
Oh, there's
everybody else is
giant
worried
rocks everywhere too.
Yeah, giant rocks can get there anyway, but a flying castle?
Verabrar is going to take the flask back and drink from it and say, "You drink quite well for a monk."
She says, "We brew our own beer. It's quite potent. The male monks often try to drink us under the table, but I'm always able to hold my own."
You see a twinkle in Verabrar's eye, and he starts to inquire about what order of monks and where he might find them.
Okay. She will tell you about her monastery. It's up north of Neverwinter, near the. Pull my map again. North of Neverwinter, up between Port Last and Luskin. You'll have to forgive me. I don't have the name of the monastery in front of me, but I'll give it to you later.
Okay.
I like how everybody else just kind of glossed over the flying castle.
I'm not in there, and I don't want to creep. I don't want to bust in and join in this 3-on-1. Let's corner the poor lady conversation.
Also, Verabrar is an eccentric chap, so he's much more interested in the booze. He's been hearing rumors of flying castles because he's noble. So,
I apologize. What's her name again?
Reached him.
Her name is Kella, Kella.
Just so I could write a song about her if I get ambitious like that in this campaign.
If you rhyme Hella with Kella, I'm going to stab you.
She'll tell you that the castle was a cloud giant castle. I've seen them before, traipsing across the north. They're rare, but they do sometimes come across. So usually they just fly by and ignoring us down here on the ground. I'm not sure what they see. It seems like they stole the Nightstone.
I apologize if it was said before. I had to step away for a second and check on the kid, but did we ask her, or did she mention how long after the stones fell that the goblins showed up?
It seemed to be the stones fell.
Were they like riding the stones down?
No, she said they came after. Let's see here.
I imagine they kind of just took advantage of the situation, you know.
Yeah.
Do I know what the Nightstone is?
You can give me a history check if you like.
I got fucking Verisades.
All right. She tells you that it's been the goblins came later that afternoon. At least she woke up that evening. The giants came in the morning. In the evening when she woke up about an hour ago, the goblins were already here. So beyond that, she doesn't know.
You mentioned a Nightstone. I'm from around here. What is a Nightstone?
The Nightstone was the large black obelisk in the middle of the town and gave the town its name. I don't know why they had it there, but I'm not from around here. But the giants seemed interested in it.
Okay. Where would it have been in Nightstone?
If you look at the map, you will see in the middle of town, you will see kind of a pit.
Oh, the hole there?
The hole there. That is where it came out of.
Verabrar has now found out everything he wants to know about the cloud giants and wants to learn more about Kella. So he starts obviously hitting on her. So what other things are monks of your order allowed to do?
Give me a charisma check.
Oh man, I think I dumped charisma. Damn it.
A rogue who dumps charisma. That's a terrible rogue.
Can I tell her that he's hitting on her?
Oh yes, it's very obvious. He's very obviously
very badly.
I'm gonna start playing like a love ballad, like in the background, very lately.
Kella's gonna roll his eyes at all of you, and say,
"Set the mood."
Yeah.
And rogues have no purpose for charisma. Rogues use dex, and then if they become an arcane trickster, it's intelligence.
Yeah, face rogues used to be a thing in older editions, though.
Yeah, but because I'm multi-classing rogue, I would be way too mad if I.
Yeah,
or because
no, I totally agree. Sure. Face rogues aren't as much of a thing in 5e as they were in earlier ones.
Yeah, it's all warlocks and bards.
But you also needed high int in older editions as a rogue to get all them skills.
But you also got a lot more ability score improvements.
All right, so she will tell you. She's gonna kind of roll her eyes at you and say, "If you gentlemen don't mind, I really think I needed to take a lay down for a bit. If perhaps you can see if there's anything else interesting in town, or perhaps you can try and see if there's any other town folks who are alive. I've only been up for an hour or so, but I haven't seen any of them. So I don't know what you plan on doing."
Verabrar will give a slight bow of his head and then head out of the room.
I recommend we take a quick break here and before we search the rest of the town.
It's probably a good idea. As I step out, I'm going to say we've cleared out some of the goblins. You should be safe here, but stay careful or be careful.
She'll nod and she'll kind of kick back and say, I think the goblin below will tell you that I know how to take care of myself if I can be in a defensive position.
I'm going to smile at her and and wave, and I'm going to head downstairs.
All right. Very good. You guys can head on back out.
Between the time that they spent chattering upstairs, can we tack that on to whatever 45 minutes that we need to take a short rest?
Sure.
Is everyone okay with taking a quick break downstairs?
Yeah. I assume we get through it without incident.
Yep. Well, actually, that's a good question. Let's see. It's an hour break.
Is it possible to not take a short rest with the rest of the party? Like, let them take one, but like stealth and try to like scout out the town?
Sure. But if you're out there and you're caught, they're going to be, well away. You're splitting the party.
Yeah, I know.
Have fun.
Okay. Yeah, if you like.
I rolled a 25 on stealth, so I should.
You did roll a 25 on stealth. So where do you wish to investigate?
All right. So I'm gonna head out of the inn. All right. And I'm gonna wrap around this way and peer in the windows of this building.
All right. It's building 7. That is a barn. There are looks like several horses in there. There's also a hayloft up above.
Okay.
I'm not sure if you want to go into the building or not, but that's what you see there.
Yeah, no, I don't want to go in. I don't want to go into any of the buildings without the party. I just want to like go building to building and like look in all the windows, basically. And if there are any goblins on the first floors, I want to like mark the locations of them.
All right. Let's see here. 1 second. All right. Remember, there's also the guard towers.
Oh, true that.
So let's see where you're at now. You're there. You don't see only thing you see in that building is when the rock came down, it looked like it obliterated some of the house, and you see a man's lower half sticking out from it, like the Wicked Witch of the West, Wicked Witch of the East, rather.
Uh-huh. Okay, I'm not gonna wrap in between these two.
All right.
And yeah, I'm looking in this one right below me.
Okay. Let's see. Let me check something on your sheet real quick. Okay. Yep. This home looks like it's the most shut up. Like it looks like somebody took a time to lock the door and to shut the shutters. The lock looks pretty heavy duty. And there is ruins written around the door frame.
I'm gonna knock softly at the window.
Okay. There's no answer.
Can I open the window?
It is locked. You'll need to give me. Well, actually, hold on a second. Let's see. Door's locked. Yeah, the shutters. The things are shuttered. See, the shutters are like locked on the inside. So you need to unlock the door.
Okay. Is there a back door?
There's not a back door.
Okay.
There's also no one around you can see.
I don't fucks with ruined doors, so I'm just gonna knock at the door.
Okay.
But like not quietly this time, more of like a normal volume.
All right. You can investigate the ruins if you like. If you want to, they look they kind of just look decorative at a glance. If you knock on the door, there is no response.
Okay. Yeah, I will investigate the ruins. We don't investigate or Arcana or what?
Whatever you would like to investigate them with.
History.
Okay. That's not bad. You have seen some like fancy calligraphy with this. Yeah, it's pretty popular, God. You recognize that as some infernal writing, but you don't know what it says.
Okay. Are there any thieves' cant symbols around that might help me?
Not that you noticed.
All right, I'm gonna go back to the inn. And
Okay.
Actually, no, hold on. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna sneak between the buildings again and sneak up to this guard tower.
All right. When you do that, the door is ajar. Give me a perception check if you like. All right. It looks pretty empty.
All right. So how do these towers work? Like, is it like an inside-outside thing, or is it just like a ladder up to the top? Or
No. The outside is just a tower. The inside is a bottom room. There's an upper room. And there's a ladder going up.
Okay. Would it be possible to scale the outside of the tower?
If you gave me a good enough athletics check.
Athletics or acrobatics?
Climbing is athletics.
That is so unfortunate. Uh, 17.
17, you will be able to climb up to the top. There are some arrow slits facing outward. Let me take a look and see if there's a description of these directly. 20 foot tall, so you'll come about 20 feet. Roof is, has battlements you can climb up inside. The top floor is open to the sky. There is a battlement that you can hide behind and shoot arrows out of, and there's a trapdoor going down.
All right, I'd like to look down through the trapdoor.
Okay. As you look down through the trapdoor, you see a goblin come out of hiding. She saw you she saw you leave, but didn't see you climb up the side of the building, obviously. And she does kind of a little happy dance as she spins a little silver necklace in her hands.
Oh. I'm going to shoot the goblin.
Okay.
This is a long go.
That does not hit, and the arrow will bounce next to it, and she is going to run out.
Oh, it's been way more than 10 minutes now. Damn it. The one time I remembered.
All right, so she is going to go barreling out the door, chattering something in Goblin.
Out the door? Like out the front door?
Out the front door. Yep. Why can't I grab this Goblin? There we go. All right. Do you want to chase her, or do you want to let her go?
I want to shoot her.
Okay. Well, do you want to roll initiative then? All right. So she is up first. She is going to dash. And she'll use the disengage action to the bonus action. She definitely can. She's going to go running into the barn and disappear into there. So she wouldn't use disengage, I guess. She'd wait until she's there and she'd use the hide action. All right, it's your turn.
All right, I'm going to not pursue her into the barn, but instead stand, kind of where I am. Actually, I'm going to stay exactly where I am, and I'm just going to watch for them to leave the tavern-y area. And when they do, I'm going to yell out to them saying that there is a goblin that just ran into the barn.
Okay.
So I'm taking the rest of their short rest in this tower.
Very good. All right. Anything you guys want to do on your short rest?
No, let's just wait here for him to return, since we don't know where he is.
All right.
Just kidding. I think you guys may want to check the chest that we probably can't open.
Yeah, we can't open it.
Once the appropriate amount of time has passed and we haven't seen hide nor hair of him coming back, Calders will gather up his stuff and we'll step. I'm in the doorway again, but I'm kind of giving a look around the square of town to see what's going on.
Okay.
If you want to perception.
Yep.
Verabrar will motion to them and then say that there's a goblin. Well, yell that there's a goblin in the barn. At least one goblin in the barn.
I think I need to delete my character sheet and start over.
You've broken it already?
No, he has dice aids.
I have various dice aids.
Restarting does not help. I tried that.
I think I have rolled 1 double digit today.
It sucks, doesn't it? I had that for over a year.
Man, oh god.
Do I notice the wailing arm creature? Or you said you shouted, right?
Yeah. Like, there's at least one goblin in the barn.
I feel like you can hear somebody 100 feet away yelling.
Yeah, you definitely can.
All right. Yeah, you could definitely hear them shouting.
I'm going to be following Caldrus. I just moved myself in front of him because...
Yeah, I'm gonna slowly, shield raised, paladin march my ass this way once my friends are with me.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to lithely drop out of the tower here and head towards this entrance.
All right, so you guys are heading towards the inn, or to the stable, rather.
I don't know what my door and window options are here, but if I can,
there's a couple of low windows looking in, as well as a big barn door.
Are the windows closed?
The windows, no, one of them is open. Is shutting open again. Those, from where you're looking from the outside, you cannot see anything.
Yeah, I'm not trying to look in. I'm just gonna motion to the guy behind me to keep an eye on the window as I approach the door. And I'm gonna approach the door and open it.
You could just throw open one of the door and stay. Never mind. I was going to say you could just go. It's a barn door, so that means there's 2 doors there.
Yeah.
You could just throw open the one. So if you had any ready to actions, he would just shoot it out the door instead of at you.
I shove the door open and step out of the way.
Okay, the door opens.
Do I hear...
Bearbrar is going to yell to no one in particular. Oh, can't see the goblin. Guess we just better burn the whole stable down.
Give me a deception check. All right. You will start to hear from above you the scampering sounds of goblins trying to get out of the haystack. You are also going to get shot from behind as some of the goblins from one of the other guard towers you did not explore has snuck down when you started shouting at each other and are going to try and shoot you.
Okay.
How the heck is a level 1 group supposed to take out this many goblins?
Because
they're
spaced out, and you're not supposed to be drawing attention to all 20 of them at the same time.
There's 20 of them?
Well, I've already fought 20 of them.
We're pretty boned if there's 20 of them.
Okay, it's not 20 of them. However, one of them, one of the 2 that shot at you does crit you, so you take 8 damage.
Who, me?
Yep.
I didn't open the door.
Yeah, they're out behind you.
He's talking about the ones
behind. If you look behind you, they crept out from 2E and snuck up on you. And when you fooled all the goblins, so they're afraid you're going to burn their friends.
2E?
So they shot the guard tower. I'm sorry, take guard tower. There's guard tower here.
Which one?
Man, they were booking it.
You guys you had a minute or 2 where you were able to...
He was shouting while we were still coming out and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's still
100 feet.
He was booking it.
And he jumped down here and came over here, and you guys were chatting for a bit.
I'm sure Matt's got those 2 with his 2 hit points.
Yep, killing the game here, folks.
All right. And there are 2 goblins inside of there, and we will roll initiative.
I take it
They
back.
weren't gonna do anything to you guys until you said you were gonna burn the. They were all gonna try and hide from you until you said you were gonna burn the thing down.
Man, goblins are afraid of fire. They wouldn't run towards fire.
No, but they're going to prevent you from burning it down while there's other goblins in there from their clan.
Eh.
Good job, Veribar.
Hey, you know,
Killed us all.
I do what I do.
My favorite part is that the sneaky guy is the one that yelled and got all the attention.
I'm drunk. Both in and out of character. Well, less out of character now, I guess, than when we began. But
I don't like them goblin rolls.
I'm happy with mine so far. So, all
All right, Veribar, it's your turn.
right, Veribar is going to fuck off over here and use the hide action.
All right.
Did not do a very good job of it.
Okay. We're still out of line of sight.
Yep.
All right. First goblin is going to... Can he get over here? He can. So he's going to come over here and get into the doorway. He'll attempt to hide from you in that doorway. All right. None of you can see him as he runs over there, so you don't know exactly where he went to. All right. Next one's one of the goblins on the inside of the inn.
I'm a little sad that the first attack I took all session hit my 18 AC and almost killed me. Like,
How do you have 18?
ring of shielding and a shield.
How are you using a
Oh,
shield
I have a
and
longbow, so I have 16 right now.
Okay, I was going to say.
I should write that slash.
All right. Let's see. These guys are going to be... Let's see. They're about 20 feet up. But there's hay bales and whatnot. They're going to adventure Assassin's Creed out of this building. First one is going to actually land okay. He swan dives into a hay bale, and he hides in it.
Wait, where are these hay bales? Okay, over there.
Yeah, so like right there. We're just gonna say there's hay bales over here somewhere. Can he hide in the hay bale? Well, it does all right. So you guys know what hay bale he's in, but you're not sure exactly where he's at in the hay bale. The other one is going to repeat the same thing. He is not going to land so well, so he will take 6 damage. As you said, goblins don't like fire, and they're not very smart. So they're just kind of dive-bombing out of the thing. This one does not land in a hay bale. Instead, it lands on its head and takes 6 damage.
By the way, that's very relevant.
All right. And now it is Bard turn.
All right. Arrow's gonna move up here, and he's gonna start strumming on his bandor, which is impeccable. It looks magical. It is magical. And to cast Entangle with it.
Okay.
On
Very
both
good.
of these.
On both those guys. So you make a strength save. What is your spell save?
It's 13, but I'm not sure. Let me just look up, make sure that there's not a... Because I know that the versions of the Bard instruments had a different... Oh, no, it's a DC 15.
15. Okay.
With
Same note.
wisdom. Yeah.
Well, in this case, strength. But
Oh, no, I'm sorry. That's a different feature of this. No, it's... Oh, it's not charmed. Okay. If I use it to charm them, they have disadvantage on the saving throw, but that... Never mind.
okay. So one's entangled. It is rough terrain around them. All right. Measuring squares will be much easier now. That's nice.
And then let me just see if this is as a bonus action, I'm going to give Bardic Inspiration to Caldrus.
All right.
It's a D6 whenever you want to use it. Saving throw, attack, or
Copy.
ability.
All right. Caldrus.
Well, let's see here.
And I'm going to fuck off.
How difficult is this here fence?
I could hop that fence in real life, so I would hope.
Hold on.
An adventure could hop.
I mean, it's a fence to keep horses in, so it's going to be a decent sized fence. Let's see if it says what the size is.
Yeah, but horse fences are usually just those two horizontal wooden beams, so that you can literally just step up them.
Yeah, so I could go above.
Yeah, you can pretty easily get through them.
And there's a 20-foot square here of difficult terrain.
Yeah. Can you mark that for me, please, where you would have put it?
Yeah.
I totally forgot about it because it wasn't on the map. Well, I'm going to step to here.
Difficult terrain doesn't hurt you, does it? It just slows your movement speed, right?
Just slows you down.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not where I want to put that shit.
Well, no use in fucking Bardic Inspiration, and I'm going to step back here.
Could always throw a javelin.
I threw a javelin, you see what happened?
Was that the restrained one?
What is going on with the squares?
All right. Caldrus is officially the new Varus. Congratulations. Did you want to move somewhere, Caldrus? Did you move?
I moved. I'll double check my measurement, but I ran up, chucked, wasted my javelin, and ran back.
Okay. All right. So now we have, I believe that is Ryle.
Yeah. You said we could not hop this fence?
No, you can't.
Okay. Does it take any extra movement?
It'll be climbing, but it's like 5 foot, so it's like we'll just call it 5 feet.
Oh, okay. So I have just enough movement to get to this guy.
Yep.
So I'm going to get right here, and I'm going to swack him with my. I'm going to miss him with my warhammer.
Yep. So you are. All right.
Well, actually, wait. Is that the restrained one?
It is not the restrained one.
That's sad.
The restrained one is the
It's
one.
the one who landed on his head, though, isn't it?
It is.
Or no?
Oh, that's true. It is prone. So that is going to hit actually,
Cool.
and is going to be dead because there's 1 hit point left.
Oh,
And-
okay.
And if he's in that area, he's going to have to make a strength check.
No, it's only once you cast a spell. He's not starting his turn there, so he's fine. Right? I don't think it gets entangled again.
A creature. Oh, yeah, you're right. There you go.
Yeah. It's difficult terrain, but it only entangles. Because I have this. When I become ranger, I'm taking the same spell, so I already have it on my sheet. Or it's similar. It's ensnaring strike.
All right. This guy is going to shoot an arrow if he can see somebody. Oh, he can. So he's going to shoot an arrow at the bard. It's even within the 80-foot range. Amazing. That's a crit fail. He's going to sit on the ground and kind of pout for a second. All right. Verabrar.
Verabrar is going to pull out his rapier and go up to this guy.
Okay. Advantage. Okay. Well done on the damage. Oh, yep, you do it. Yep, very good. That will do it.
Thank you, sneak attack.
Thank you, base sneak attack. All right, this goblin is going to go there. How tall are these buildings? Well, the bar's at least 2 feet, and those balls are 20 feet high, so you can't get a better view of anybody on that side. All right, that guy's going to climb up, get ready in action. And this is Arafel.
Arafel is going to run away and cast Bardic Inspiration on Caldris. Has Bardic Inspiration.
I have it on me.
Oh, come on, man.
Verabrar. I'm sorry, dude. I don't remember your fucking names.
I thought you were giving it to him again just to spite me. I was like,
well, he didn't use it the first time, so.
I rolled a 1.
Yeah, he couldn't have hit even with it.
Yeah, but I'm saying you didn't use it the first. I can't give you 2, so you have 1. I'm not going to give you another one. I didn't mean to give you another one. I meant to give it to Verabrar. No. Verabrar, you have Bardic Inspiration. Try to remember that you have it.
Y'all are all complaining I have not gotten anything yet.
You're not doing anything right now.
I just killed a goblin.
I couldn't give it to you because I had given it to Caldris.
Okay.
And he missed.
All right, Caldris.
Well, I have no ranged weapon now, and I'm a piece of shit, so I don't know. I'm gonna come back here with all my friends and take the fucking dodge action because it's the only useful thing my character has done this game.
Okay. That's not true. You took a lot of damage for people.
Thank you.
Yeah, here to help. Anyways, cleric.
Hey, at least you get a name. I'm going to go this way, and since I guess the space I'm in is difficult terrain, and the fence is there, that's 20 feet of movement, and I'm going to move down here, and that's my turn.
All right.
Actually, I'm going to do a perception check. Do I see any goblins around here?
Give a perception check. All right. Beyond the 2 that you feel like are still on the other side of this building, you don't see any others. All right. This goblin. All right, what you do see, however, is a goblin running across this field, setting up shop. And you see him kind of through here, and then he kind of pokes his head out to take a look. So he's trying to hide, but he doesn't hide well enough. Your perception check was better than his stealth check.
Okay.
All right. That was a dash for him, so that's all he could do.
Yeah. Okay. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. I'm going to go back to this corner and take a stealth action. Or to hide.
Okay. Very good. That is a pretty good hide action. All right. So you are not visible to the goblin. He is not really looking. He doesn't see anybody else. So he's going to be looking out for you guys. He'll make a perception. Reminder, perception is wisdom, correct?
Perception's wisdom.
Okay. Making sure. All right. And he still does not see the hidden rogue. Bard.
I'm going to take the dodge action.
Is he in dodge action again?
Yep. Well,
right.
for the first time, but yep.
Okay. Where are you? Oh, there you are. I see you. Okay. Yep. All right. Caldris.
Is the difficult terrain still there?
Yes.
I want my javelin back. Is there a door into the barn from this side?
Yes.
If I go into the barn, are you going to be mad because I have to go to the other side of the map?
We won't make you go there to the map. The barn is largely open on the bottom floor, except for stalls on each side that are filled with, at this point, antsy horses.
Okay, so I'm going to take a peek inside, make sure that there's no goblins, and then my plan is to basically move towards the door. The front door.
Okay. So you want to go? You're going to that door. Or you're going to that door.
The door that I would have previously opened. I want to be ready to deal with the goblins that the cleric and I are dealing with.
Okay. Very good. And it's cleric's turn. Ryle.
Okay.
I'm getting it.
I saw this one goblin here, so I'm going to start heading that way. Say 30 feet. I'm going to start running that way. 4. Leave this.
Okay.
Hold on. Okay, I can go one more space. And I'm going to cast.
As you step out there, you do take a shot from the goblin at the top of the tower. I've had a ready action. What's your AC?
19.
He does not hit you. Glance at your feet.
Okay. I'm going to glance in the other guy's direction and cast Toll the Dead at this guy.
All right.
But actually, that would be a 1d8, wouldn't it? So he's not been hit. You want me to re-roll it? Or...
Please.
Yeah, because I actually rolled high.
Yep.
3. Called it.
All right. He does, however, take that damage.
Okay.
And it's not going to give me the fucking hit points because it hates me. I hate when it does that. All right. Who's up? That guy's up. He's got cover, so he's actually going to run. Actually, no, goblins are cowards. He's going to shoot you with a short bow. He's going to miss terribly. All right. Rogue. Bearbrar.
Can I see this guy now?
Yes. Now you saw the arrow come out. You know where he is. Now he does have cover because he's on top of a tower, but
Yeah, but he doesn't see me, so
he does not see you.
I get advantage for him not seeing me, right?
Yes, you do. You are hidden. You get advantage, and you have bardic inspiration. Probably don't need it. All right, that does hit. Roll a 1, and you don't kill him. Okay. You hear a Wilhelm scream as he falls out of the tower.
Yes.
And I will now advance up to this corner.
All right. And Arafel.
Sorry, I just needed to hear it myself, so I figured I'd post it for everybody. Can I see the goblin sticking out from here?
Where is you?
I mean, I'm going to move up. I'm going to move up.
You can see him, but he's going to have cover.
Oh, well, it doesn't. Right there should be fine. And I am going to use Vicious Mockery. I'm just going to scream something about his goblin mother having sex with an orc.
Okay.
DC 13. Wisdom. Nope.
All right, that's going to hit.
And a mighty 1 damage. And he has disadvantage on his next attack.
Yes, he does. All right, Caldrus.
I will take the dodge action.
All right. Ryle.
All right. I can finally make it to this guy, so I'm going to run up to him and smack him with my warhammer and miss because now I don't have bardic inspiration.
All right.
I don't have any left. Otherwise, you would have one.
I know, it's all right.
But it takes you 9 turns to get to him. So
I've been hitting him the whole time.
All right. He is going to take the disengage action, and he is going to run the fuck away because goblins are cowards. You get to right there.
I'm just going to stand here for the rest of the night because I'm never going to catch any goblins. And there's no point.
All right. That's Verabrar.
Okay, let's see. How far can I go? Not that far. So I will do that. Where's it go? What? There we go. Now I can see him. And now I'm going to shoot him.
You have a longbow, right?
Yep.
Okay. That will hit. All right, and you just shoot him in the back, and he falls over dead.
Yes. That's part of inspiration. After he gave it to me, I never missed again.
why would you use it now? Because there one guy left. Oh,
that's
there was
it.
one guy left.
Nope, that was it. All right. Very good. So
I thought you were right for a second. I was about to be like, damn it, I fucked his bardic inspiration up again.
That'd have been funny.
Yep, that's all you see there. A couple other places you haven't explored yet, and of course you have the keep.
The ruined house. And I'm going to flip a coin. And I'm going to call heads. And it's a double-headed coin. So I'm going to try to pick the lock.
Okay. Give me a Thieves' Tools check. I like how you wasted the Bardic Inspiration. Oh, you didn't need it, but you could have used it on this.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you are able to unlock that door.
Where did everybody go?
I have no idea.
All right, I'm going to call out and comment.
Matt's there.
That's me.
Okay. Somebody's there.
That's me, who also doesn't know where the other two went. Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
he blends in. There we go.
See, I can only see you guys. I always stay zoomed out very far. So
I do too.
Yeah,
And I couldn't see anybody because everybody's so tiny. By the way,
I'm gonna call out in common as I open the door.
we still have not unlocked that chest.
We will totally do that next.
Okay. So yes, you are inside that house. This cottage is it's all locked up. I told you about that. Had the ruins. I told you about that. So yeah, just inside a cozy cottage. Small kitchen, living area, bedroom.
I'm gonna take a look-see. Oh, I Apparently don't see anything.
Okay. Well, you didn't have to look for it. You still see a wooden chest.
Okay, I'm gonna walk over to the chest, wherever it is.
Okay. Yep, there's a wooden chest.
Is it locked or anything?
You haven't tried it yet.
Are there any visible locks or engraving?
There is a visible lock, yes.
Okay. Are there any runes or anything on this one?
Not that you can see.
Okay, in that case, I will check for traps before picking the lock.
Okay. Give me a investigation roll for the traps. Okay. Don't see any traps.
Okay.
All right. You stick the tools in. You do around a minute, and you realize it's unlocked.
Okay, I will open the chest.
Okay. It's a small chest. Inside there is a golden medallion, a healer's kit, and a potion. You guys can give me investigations checks on whatever it is you would like to have checked.
All right. There are people who do spells, so I'm going to hand the potion to one of them.
Okay.
But I will investigate the golden medallion.
All right.
Wow, I can't roll investigation apparently.
Yeah, it's kind of like it's kind of scary looking, but you can't really put your finger on why. While you're unable to tell what that potion is.
Okay, I'll hand it to Arafael. Can you tell?
Nope.
I want to hand the potion around.
Well, then I'm going to use guidance on myself and try again.
Okay, you can only roll the Arcana once. After that, you have to either meditate on it or use Identify.
Well, I was doing the potion.
Right, but you didn't. You tried it already. We got the 10, right?
Yeah. All right. Well, then I'll do the medallion. And I'll probably roll even lower than that. So
yeah, medallion. Okay. The medallion is not magical, that you can tell. Although Ryle, with that roll and the fact that you are a cleric, you do recognize it as a holy symbol of Asmodeus.
Okay. Where are we at?
Give me a religion check.
No, I know who Asmodeus is.
I know, but
where are we at?
Okay. So you are familiar with Asmodeus. His followers tend to be equivalent like libertarians. They're kind of like the strong will manage the strong. We have to take care of ourselves, and he's kind of the guiding force for that.
That seems like a very reasonable viewpoint for one of the Lords of Hell.
Yeah. Right. I mean, it also makes people tend to be fairly greedy. So
yeah, I can see that.
Okay. If y'all don't care, I'm going to hold on to that.
Yeah, go for it. It's all you.
Okay. There's also a healer's kit. Looking around with the investigations, there's lots of like herbs and whatnot. You think it's maybe like an apothecary shop?
I got a 19 on the potion.
Yeah, 19 on the potion. Okay. With a 19, there's a potion of healing.
It's a potion of healing, guys.
I mean, I'm the only one who's taken damage, so if you want to keep exploring, I'm going to need to drink that because I have 2 health.
Are you?
Am I not? You guys all took a short rest.
That's true. So if anybody who was injured before the short rest could certainly could have used hit dice. I assumed you all did. Matt was out exploring.
That's what I thought you guys were all doing. I had full health, so I didn't take a short rest.
I give him the potion. I don't care.
I mean, if we're going to take a rest, I'm not going to drink it. But if we're going to try to go into the keep, I'm going to. So. But now we're going to go back to the lock chest in this place.
Okay, you don't need to go all the way. Move your tokens back there.
Yeah, I'll drop it here.
Yeah. So yep, give me a, pick locks.
Yeah, that didn't go well. not as well as the first couple have.
A moment. You are unable to get it open. With your attempts, you figure this is actually quite a difficult lock to pick.
Okay.
It's a well-made chest. It's a well-made lock. It would take some work.
Should I smash it?
Does anyone have an iron file and blacksmith tools? Just go to town.
I have blacksmith tools.
Then
Or I should.
You'd have an iron file then. You just file the lock off.
Can I do
That would take a very long time.
Oh yeah, no, it would take an age. But don't you have that magic thing from your deity that lets you do stuff with magic?
Yes,
I don't know how that works.
until second level.
Okay.
So I don't know. We can wander around for a while and see what happens.
All right. Well, we'll come back to this chest after we do the keep, and I'll see if I can open it then. I'm not feeling the luck right now. How impassable does this bridge look?
Okay, if you guys are going right to the bridge, it's 70 foot long. It's 10 foot wide. It's sloped to connect the village to the Mott. The rock struck the bridge. It destroyed a 15-foot section. So if your strength is 15 or better, you can leap across the broken section of the bridge. If it moves at least 10, so you get a running start, you can jump across if your strength is 15 or better.
Does it look like there's anything on the other side we could use to make a bridge?
No, is it?
Is there anything lying around at all that could close it? I could put it there. I could float it to the other side.
What about
Well, it's
the
like
ladders from the guard tower?
Can I just get a plank of wood from the fence and tightrope walk on it across the gap?
You know what? I'm going to jump across.
Okay.
Or that?
I
All right,
would,
very good. Give me a athletics check.
I would have retrieved my javelin at some point.
Okay, very good. Yep, you're able to get across. You land on your feet. Wood's all kind of jaggedy, but you're able to avoid all that, and you're standing there on the other end.
Okay, I'm going to tell everybody that I'll be right back. I'm going to go up here a little bit. What do I see?
Okay. Set into the Mott's curtain wall are two windowless stone gatehouses with wood shingles, high-pitched rooftops. Between them stands a set of oak doors with iron hinges. The doors can be barred and shut from within, but they aren't barred when the characters first arrive, so they're not barred for you. So you can push. The doors are closed, but they look like they're cracked a little, so you think you can get in quite easily.
Okay. I'm going to try and get in. I can't see. This is just a big black mess.
Right.
Is this a keep or?
Yeah, there's a keep, yes. I'm going to. There's a wall there, which is why you can't see it, which I'm going to reveal for you now.
I guess right now I'm looking for anything that I could use as a bridge.
Okay. Take it off.
Wait, does anybody have any rope?
Yeah, I have 50 feet of rope.
Well, if y'all don't mind getting wet, I could hold the rope and y'all climb over.
Can we just tie the rope to either side and crawl across it so we don't have to get wet?
You can do that too, but the other way is more fun.
Well, you're quite a ways over the water there. and you're going uphill. Like the bridge is angled, so like you're going from the town is lower than the keep is.
Right. So, but if I chuck him the rope,
right, he could attach it somewhere, and you could crawl across it. Yes, I would make an athletics check or acrobatics check. But yes,
I'm totally down for an acrobatics check.
Okay, I'm going to say that I thought of that first instead of going over here. That's okay.
And what's a normal health potion, by the way? Sorry.
2d4 plus 2.
Oh, perfect. And yeah, I will make my acrobatics check now.
Okay. Yep. You are able to make an acrobatics check. You are able to just kind of tightrope across up that rope. The other two of you can either try and acrobatics walk across the top, which is a DC 15, or climb underneath it, which is a DC 12 athletics check.
I'm going to cast levitate on myself and fly across, push myself away.
Yep, that absolutely works. And who was the last one across? I think it's the paladin, correct? Caldrus?
Sure, if I even need to cross.
Well, it's up to you if you want to split the party or not. Okay, so you moved yourself over there. Are you going to roll acrobatics or athletics?
Yeah, I'm working on it.
Okay.
I'm on a laptop. All of the windows.
All right. So you're crawling underneath. So you did athletics. So that's crawling underneath. So you're fine. You are able to hoist yourself along that rope down and across.
Hooray.
All right. So yes, you are on the other side of the bridge. The gates of the keep hang open.
All right, I'm going to take out my rapier and move to the gates very stealthily.
Okay. Yep, you're able to get to the gates. The doors, is cracked and not apparently locked.
All right, I'm going to peer inside before slipping in the gate.
Okay. Give me a perception check. All right. In there, you do not see any people. All you see is a ton of those rocks, both literally and figuratively.
All right, I'm going to slip in through the gate and press myself up against one of the rocks, or against wherever this wall thing is, if it's a wall.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm going to press up against the wall.
Okay. You're able to press up against the wall, and you don't see anybody around. There's just an empty courtyard filled with rocks buried in the dirt.
Yeah, I'm going to wait for everybody else.
I'm going to be loud.
Oh yeah.
That's why I'm staying back.
Never mind. I want to keep stealthing around the corners of this wall.
Okay. Yep. As you go around the courtyard appears to be empty. The keep was struck directly in several places, as you can see. But the courtyard is empty.
Is there like an obvious hole in the wall or door?
Well, the door is the door is in the front.
Okay. I'm going to peer inside this door then.
Okay. Let's see here. When you peer inside of there, there is the Great Hall lies buried under rubble. There are 4 guards, 2 male and 2 female, arguing over what looks like a dead body stretched out on a table.
And they're human guards?
Yes, human guards.
All right, I'm going to go back to the party and report it exactly as I saw it. And then
Let's
step forward like more boldly and less sneakily to make my official approach to the keep.
I guess we follow.
Okay. Well, I tell you what, there's going to be a lot of info dumping here for a bit. It's getting to be a little late. I'm good for another 30, 40 minutes or so if you like, but if you guys want to end here, this should be a good spot to cut it for the night.
Yeah, it is 2:00 in the morning for me, and I've got about nothing left. So if we're going to have to remember anything that's coming up, probably best to do it next time.
Okay. Very good. So we will go ahead and cut it tonight, and we will go through tomorrow. I will go ahead and tell you guys have done enough to level up, so you can go ahead and level yourselves overnight as well. See you all on Thursday.
Cool. All right. See y'all later.
See you.
That was fun, gents.
Yeah, I was excited to get this campaign